What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Squared Circle Sessions. As always, I am Rambo, and this is episode 3, Building the Main Event. This week, we're breaking down all the key moments from SmackDown before heading into Monday Night Raw, where dynamics across the roster took a serious turn as we move closer to Saturday night's main event. Not only that, Hannah puts Braden and myself through a John Cena trivia in honor of his upcoming retirement, and let's just say, it got a little humbling. Then Braden comes in with a hot and awesome what-if scenario that had us going back and forth for a good while. And to close things out, I flipped the script and hit them both with a round of Guess the PPV. It is a packed episode full of laughs, debates, and some genuine nostalgia. So buckle up because Squared Circle Sessions, Building the Main Event, Episode 3, starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Episode 3 of the Squared Circle Sessions. We've got plenty to talk about over the last 2 days. 2 episodes. Sorry. We've got Friday Night SmackDown on Friday, and then we have this episode of Monday Night Raw, which really changes the landscape as we head into Saturday night's main event coming up on November 1st, is it?
Yes.
So, Hannah, Braden, how we doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. How are you?
You know what? I can't complain.
Oh, I can.
I can too, but we don't have enough time in this episode.
Save your complaints for a bonus episode or something.
Right. It's just a full episode of just me, like, drunkenly just letting everything go, right? But anyway, Braden, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. I'm bedridden for a couple weeks, but that means I have this podcast to look forward to.
We are here
and a
every
lot of
week.
wrestling to watch.
Every week. So, to dive really into SmackDown, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about on SmackDown because SmackDown really didn't give us a whole lot to talk about. However, one thing I must mention is we have Ilya Dragunov back on our TV screens. And I could not be more happy. I love Ilya Dragunov's in-ring work.
I know we have some differing opinions in here, but I am on the side of I love Ilya, and I'm very happy he's U.S. champion.
I wasn't expecting him to win the U.S. title, by the way, in his return.
I think that was great. Great shock value. I thought it was awesome.
Hannah, what were your thoughts about it?
I mean, okay, so nobody hate me, but I've never really been the biggest fan of Ilya Dragunov. So when he came out, I was kind of like, okay. I think the only reason is because I don't really know him the way I want to know him. And I'm not the biggest fan of people returning and then automatically winning titles.
That's fair.
It just, to me, it's like, to me, if you're going to return, get that pop, show the world you're back, but lose when you come back, and that way you can build yourself back up. Because I would have rather them build up a program between Ilya and Sammy and then have him lose to Ilya if they want to give him the title. But this formula that WWE follows, where so many people either are coming out of retirement or coming off of an injury, coming back, and then they're just like ushered back into title contentions, I'm not the biggest fan of that formula. Usually, depending on the circumstance of how the person either got injured in the first place or how the person retired, that's different. Like, for example, if a wrestler gets injured and he has to relinquish the title and he never lost it and he comes back and wins it, that's a kind of another thing. But just to come back and win doesn't really make any long-term sense to me. And I don't know, we don't even know what Ilya is. Is he a heel? Is he a babyface? And what is this U.S. title reign going to mean? It's just, to me, I would have rather him come back and lose And I kind of feel bad for Sami Zayn because I thought he was doing really, really good things with the U.S. title, and I liked his open challenge concept. But that personally is just me.
And that's fair. Like, and
Yeah, I totally agree.
might I add,
To an extent.
the return pop for Ilya Dragunov could have been better. I felt like he got little to no pop.
Yeah.
His music hit,
Like, it
and
definitely
the
was
crowd was
one,
just
but-
like, "Oh, cool."
Right. There needs to be more.
Meanwhile, I was like, "Hell yeah!"
To be perfectly honest, and I'm a very, very honest person, I don't think anybody knows or even really cares about Ilya. And the problem is, when he got called up from NXT and drafted a few years ago, they did not build him up very well on the main roster.
Mm-mm.
And so, your Raw and your SmackDown audience aren't necessarily the NXT audience. There's like a divide.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like the NXT audience are the diehards, while the SmackDown and the Raw audience are the casual viewer. And the casual viewer does not know who Ilya Dragunov is, or even cares for that matter.
And that's fair. So giving him more time to really develop, that will definitely help out his stardom, I feel.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with all you said, Hannah, to a certain extent about returning and winning titles. I think it is a thing that happens too often. I do think in this case it was good for a shock value and it wasn't like a world title. So to me, I thought it was okay. But I do think that Ilya was off for such a long time, and I think Carmelo Hayes should have been in that role over him.
Absolutely. Carmelo Hayes deserves more than what he's getting currently.
I agree. Like, I think that's my biggest issue. I'm very happy Ilya won it, but I would have rather seen Carmelo.
Well, to me, it makes me think it's like the logic is off, right? Because then why did they not do that with Jimmy Uso when he was on SmackDown? Why couldn't he have a run with the U.S. title? Why did he never get that opportunity when he's been, busting his ass since 2010?
That's very fair.
And it's like, it looked like they were pushing Jimmy and Jay as separate singles stars. Jay on Raw, Jimmy on SmackDown. If I was Jimmy in real life, I'd be asking creative, like, what? Okay, so Ilya just comes back and he gets a singles championship without having to earn it back. Yet I've been busting my butt forever, and you guys have not given me the opportunity to being a singles star or have a singles championship run. It's like I would be very, very conflicted.
For sure.
If I was Jimmy and if I was Carmelo and all those superstars and even LA Knight, I would be very, very, very frustrated.
And honestly, I feel like Jimmy's a little bit better than Jay, but that's my personal opinion.
I feel that way too. I second that sentiment.
I think in different ways. I mean, I don't think one's better than the other. I think they're on the same level. I think Jay's being pushed as the better one, but I think they're on the same level in different ways and different aspects of the game.
That's fair. Another thing I want to talk about is the main event of SmackDown. Who attacked Jacob Fatu?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can go so many different directions.
I've heard it's
But-
Randy. I've heard it's Cody. I've heard
Right, that's
it's...
how they're gonna play it. Like, are they gonna play it like the obvious, or is it gonna be just a left field type of thing?
Well, I think the obvious is Drew,
Right. Like, are they just gonna do that and just have it be Drew? That would suck.
most likely.
Right.
Most
that would-
likely.
That would suck. Like, they have a lot of potential they could do with this.
Well, I like to think of WWE's creative as like that song, 99 Problems, but I Won't Be One. It's like they do one good thing and 99 wrong things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
not a
so
bad analogy.
and so it's like the opposite of that song. But it's like, to me, it's like, I think with WWE's creative, it's going to be Drew. But I would try something interesting. Maybe it was Randy. Maybe it was Cody. I think those would be two better options. Maybe maybe it was Aleister Black and Zelina.
Ooh,
You know,
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
to start that going, or maybe even a bigger like curveball, Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of motives there.
Gilbert here in the comments said I've heard Tamatonga. I
could see it being somebody in the MFTs.
I could too, but right now with the dynamic that they're going with Sammy, I'm trying to find where that like those puzzle pieces kind of fit.
Unless they're building to like a War Games match with the MFTs and then like a team of Sammy, Jacob, and other people that did wrong. Maybe.
And then that, like, if they were to do that, then the other question is, what are they going to do with this Wyatt Six dynamic?
Right, true. So I'm not sure.
But that's the main question: is who took out Jacob, which led to the main event, which was supposed to be Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, the number one contendership for Cody Rhodes. Jacob got taken out. And then Cody comes out and makes an impromptu title match. Or, I don't know if it was... They never really confirmed if it was for the title, did they?
No, I don't think so.
I remember they, like, kind of pushed at it at first. But I don't think it ever really got confirmed after the fact.
They never advertised it for the title, so it was an impromptu.
Which, I mean, that impromptu was fine. But it was kind of weird seeing Cody wrestle in a full suit instead of his normal gear.
Yeah, that was a questionable choice.
So
why did they do that? Did the airport lose his luggage, or what's going on here?
It's Cody Rhodes. They ain't gonna lose his shit.
Well, I'm saying that happened to the Undertaker one time in '99.
Yeah, he wrestled in them camo pants.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That looked weird. All right. Before we jump into the monstrosity that is Monday Night Raw, Hannah, would you like to pick mine and Braden's brains a little bit with a quiz?
Oh, we're going to do my quiz now?
If you want to.
Yeah, honestly, let's do it early while we're fresh.
All right.
For my sake.
Oh, for your sake. Okay. Because I'm used to us doing the quiz as the co-main event. But we will do my quiz. I'm not down with that. Okay. So, a little bit of improv. Okay, so since John Cena is retiring in December, I thought we would do a John Cena trivia quiz.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
In honor of, in a lot of people's eyes, the GOAT and Mr. WWE.
That's why he's the GOAT. Sorry.
We will honor John Cena retiring in about 2 months with a John Cena trivia quiz hosted by yours truly, Hannah.
Hell yeah.
Hannah.
I'm not a babyface, guys. I'm a heel. Anyway.
Hey, they cheer for heels.
If you're good enough, like Dominic. Anyway, Rambo, Braden, are you ready?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I've got 15 questions.
Oh, let's do it.
And obviously, whoever gets the most wins. And right now on my quizzes, just for the audience knows, Rambo won 1 week and Braden won another week, so they are tied right now. Anyways, question number 1. What is John Cena's birthday?
April 23rd,
and remember, no Googling,
1977.
no cheating, not any of that. I apologize, I cut you off, Rambo. What's the answer?
What, isn't it April 23rd, 1977?
That is correct.
You know how I knew
You just
that?
know that?
Now here, The Rock did a rock concert one night on Monday Night Raw leading up to their match at WrestleMania 28. And he mentioned Cena's birthday in it. So that's how I know that.
I didn't even think about that. I thought it was in December.
No, I ain't that big a fan.
All right, second question. What is John Cena's full legal birth name?
Oh shit.
John Anthony Felix Cena. Isn't there something like that?
You
Or
got
is it
some of it right.
John Felix.
Anthony
Yeah.
Cena?
Braden got it.
Yep.
John Felix Anthony Cena
Junior.
Jr.
Yeah, I don't know how I knew that either. I have no clue.
We're just straight doxing John Cena at this point.
Here's his info. You can find it on Google, but learn it here.
What's the next question? What is John Cena's social security number?
No.
Give me a second while I write that down.
All right, number 3. What was John Cena's first pay-per-view appearance, and who was his opponent?
Oh shit.
Okay, so he debuted in 02.
It wasn't Undertaker at Vengeance, was it?
Well, you got... No.
Okay.
Just no. I want to say... Oh, this is probably super wrong. I'm going to throw out a name, though. Is it Jericho?
It was Chris Jericho.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to tell you the pay-per-view, but...
Rambo, do you got a guess?
He debuted in June. Pay-per-view usually around June is... Fuck it. Give me SummerSlam.
Okay, so you two technically both get a half a point because it was Vengeance, but it was against Chris Jericho.
Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna give both of you half a point.
Well, that works.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Okay, here's a doozy.
Oh.
John Cena has kissed 5 WWE female superstars / divas in the past. Name all the women he has kissed.
Oh, God.
This is on screen?
Yes.
Eve.
I'm writing
AJ.
them down. I have 3.
Nikki Bella. For some reason, I'm thinking Vicky Guerrero.
Okay. Do you have another one?
Oh, shit. Not really, no.
Braden, do you have your answers?
Yes, I think it's AJ, Eve, Maria, Nikki, Vicky Guerrero.
Braden got it.
Hell yeah.
It was Maria Kanellis, Vicky Guerrero, Eve Torres, AJ Lee, Nikki Bella.
It was the Maria one that stumped you, Rambo.
Yep.
Alrighty. Number 5. Where and who did John Cena defeat to win his first ever title in WWE?
Was that JBL? No.
That's World.
That is Big Show at WrestleMania 20 for the U.S. title.
Was that his first?
Rambo got it. Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize that was his first.
For some reason, I got Big Show and JBL backwards.
I mean, I automatically thought the JBL one, so you just said any title.
Well, it's normal because most of the time when people ask that question, they automatically assume a world title. They don't think of all titles in general.
That, and I try
So
to
I
forget
understand.
about the Big Show. if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, same here. No offense to any Big Show fans out there. I apologize, but we don't really care.
It's okay.
Number 6. John Cena has only had one 5-star match in WWE. Where was it, and who was it against?
CM Punk Money in the Bank 2011.
Good
Yep.
job, Braden. You got it.
I was about to say the same thing.
I knew I had to get that one out quick.
All right, are you guys ready for the next one?
Yep.
Yep.
John Cena's first movie was The Marine in 2006. He was a replacement for another WWE superstar. Who did he replace?
Oh, shit.
Did he? Because I know who else was in it after him. Who did he replace?
There was somebody else that they wanted in that role. John Cena was not the original choice. Who was the original choice, and who did he replace?
So was
In
that...
a bonus, I'm willing to do a bonus if you can give me a reason why this particular person got replaced.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So this is totally throw it at the wall. He replaced Randy Orton, and it was because Orton had been discharged from the military prior.
Yeah, in a nutshell, it was because he had a dishonorable discharge after going
Well.
AWOL. That's exactly right, and they thought it would be distasteful.
Hell
Right, I
yeah.
mean, fair. Awesome.
So Braden gets that point.
I was thinking Randy, but my mind's like, no, it can't be that easy, can it?
Right, yeah, but I was thinking all the people after him, because Miz replaced Cena, or DiBiase was in one of them too.
Oh, yeah.
DiBiase was in the second one, and then The Miz took over the rest.
Yeah.
For some reason, I
'Cause
was
The Miz
also
was, like,
thinking
in 5
12
of them.
rounds.
Huh?
For some reason, I was
He
also
was-
thinking of 12 rounds.
Oh yeah, all the good WWE films, movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because out of the 12 rounds movies, I prefer Dean Ambrose. I think his was the best. But I digress. You guys got to watch 12 Rounds 3 and you'll understand why. But anyway, number 8. John Cena suffered his first injury in WWE in 2007 in a match. Who injured him?
Edge.
No.
Dang it.
I remember hearing on one of the Do Not Try This at Home clips on a DVD that he tore his pectoral muscle.
Yeah, because that's when he returned at the Rumble.
Yeah. Was it Triple H?
No.
No.
Batista.
No.
Randy.
Rambo, do you want to give it a
Okay. Can we get a hint? Was it like a main event guy or like a lower card guy?
This is the only hint you'll get.
Okay.
Underutilized.
Carlito?
No.
I'm thinking of underutilized. Am I thinking... No, because he might have been...
You get one last try before none of you get a point.
I'm just going to throw it at the wall and hope it sticks. Underutilized, the first thing that comes to my mind is Mr. Kennedy.
Rambo got it right.
Holy
Dang,
shit,
good
really?
one.
Yeah. It was Mr. Kennedy and he tore his pectoral muscle.
I did
Nice.
not expect to get that, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Good guess.
Okay, now with this particular question, it's basically who's the closest to the number is who will get the point. Here's number 9. How many days was John Cena's longest WWE championship reign?
Oh, fuck.
3. Hold on.
Yep, GG chat.
I'm going 399.
Rambo, what's your guess?
Give me 350, because I know it's in the 300s.
Braden was the closest with 380.
Hell yeah.
And that was during his 2006 to 2007 reign.
Yep.
Okay, number 10. What was the title of John Cena's debut rap album in 2005?
My time is now.
No.
Oh, that's not it.
Shit.
Rambo, you got a guess?
I know it. I can like literally see the cover of it.
Yeah, I know the cover.
I can see it. Fuck. It's not the trademark, is it?
No.
Is it just You Can't See Me?
Well, yes, but none of you get the point because both of you guessed wrong.
Dang it.
But it's called You Can't See Me.
Okay.
All right, so that's the only one without a point attached to it. Okay, now we're on the last 5. Number 11. What was the date of John Cena's debut?
June 20. Was it 7th, 2002?
You are correct, Rambo.
I know that because that was right after I was born.
Wow.
I was born on the 1st.
Dude, I was already 5 years old here.
I wasn't born until the next year.
Wow. I'm such a grandma.
I'm the middle
Anyway.
child.
Grandma Hannah.
Yeah, Grandma Hannah. Number 12. Which WrestleMania did John Cena suffer his first loss?
WrestleMania 24 to Randy Orton in that triple threat match with him, Randy Orton, and Triple H.
You are correct.
Dang it. I was trying to think of which Mania that was. Whew.
All right, number 13. How many WrestleManias has John Cena main evented?
Oh,
shit.
okay. Rambo, don't guess. I need some time.
And for this one, it's not going to be like the others because of how many WrestleManias. I want an exact number.
Right.
I've got my guess, but I'm going to give Braden a second.
Appreciate you. Okay, I have my guess as well.
All right, go ahead, Braden.
I'm going with 5.
You are correct.
That was my guess also. Because see, we had 22, 23, 27, 28, and 29.
Yep.
Wait, what about this year?
Shit, you're right.
That's what I
Well,
was.
I didn't want to count this year. I was trying to go like
Yeah, I don't
everything
usually count this
before.
year's main event either.
Hey, I mean that's fair. Either way, I got it right. I'm not complaining.
But technically, this year does count. I was thinking of previous years because this year isn't over yet.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah, no, Braden gets that one.
But Braden gets it anyways because he's the one with like, well, what about this year? Mr. IWC over here. Anyway,
IWC, send me a contract.
Straight up.
but no, I'm joking. I love you, Braden. Anyway, number 14. Which WWE superstar has John Cena faced the most at pay-per-views?
See, I feel like this is a trick question.
Why would I trick you?
Well, no, I meant spent in general because I feel like there's the obvious answer, but I feel like that's not it. That's what I feel like.
Why am I thinking Randy?
Yeah, that's the obvious answer. But I feel like for some reason it wouldn't be it.
I need a definitive answer, guys.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go with my whole ass chest. Randy Orton. I might
I'm
be
gonna throw in-
completely wrong.
You're right, Rambo.
Wait, really?
Dang it! I knew.
Yes, it's Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's the obvious answer. DJ in the chat said it was a stretch from 2009, 2011, where it was only them. So I mean, that's obvious. But for some reason, I thought maybe it wasn't.
No. Okay, last question. John Cena has been tag team champions 4 times. Name all 4 superstars he has been tag team champion.
All right, I'm writing it down.
I think I got it.
Hold on. Who was the 4th?
I will give you guys 30 seconds, and then I will come back to you guys while I'm doing the tallies to figure out who's going to win this.
Yeah, but I like 92% sure I think I've got mine.
I don't think I do. I know I have 2 at least for sure.
Okay, and because this is the last one, I always have strict rules with my last question. You have to get all stars or nobody gets the point.
Got it.
All right, Braden, you go first.
Okay, so the 2 I know for sure are Shawn Michaels and David Otunga. I feel like there was one with Batista. And then for some reason, I think there was one with Miz.
Braden's correct.
Hell yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right, and putting together all my tallies, we have Rambo with 6 points. Woo. And Braden with 8.
Hell yeah. GG, Braden.
8.5 actually. So Braden, you won. So congratulations to Braden for winning Hannah's trivia game for this week.
Thank you.
And that concludes my segment for this week.
I want a rematch. I'm just kidding.
And
just me
also
slipping into here for a second.
On a side note, to John Cena, thank you for everything you've done. We will miss you, brother.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Because now we can't see you after December 13th.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But seriously, thank you, John Cena, for everything you've done. Major respect.
Ditto.
Hell yeah. Even though you kind of made that kid a meme on Monday Night Raw back in, March. All right, now we are going into the events of Monday Night Raw tonight. Show opens up with an unfortunate news that Seth Rollins is officially relinquished of the World Heavyweight Championship, which that kind of clears it up for me that, okay, maybe this is actually a legitimate injury.
But again, maybe it's not. It could still be a ruse.
It still could be.
Braden's got a point here.
It still could be. They've done storyline injuries before. But if it is a real injury, get better.
Well, here's the thing. It's so weird how, if this is legit, the irony, right, of him doing a fake injury storyline only 3 months ago to him actually getting legitimately injured.
Right.
You know what they say,
like
what goes
karma.
around comes around. It's like, careful what you wish for, buddy.
But still, I have trust issues.
But besides the relinquishing of the world title, it was announced then we would have a battle royal in the main event to decide who was going to face CM Punk at Saturday night's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hey, Vacant is now one of the greatest champions of all time.
They already had that legacy.
Yeah. Now, hey, they just keep adding more and more to it, you know? Vacant is unstoppable. People talk about Cena, never seen 17. But you got to look at Vacant. How many titles has he held now?
A lot.
But
hey, he's a cockroach, man. Can't kill him.
True story.
Vacant is surviving apocalypses and holocausts and nuclear issues. Like, yep, he's surviving everything.
And my personal favorite part of this entire episode of Monday Night Raw, we've got new World Tag Champions.
Well, before we go into that, like let's talk about that segment involving Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman, and them basically asking their boss to say please before giving over the title.
That shit was funny.
And to be perfectly honest, if I was the general manager and I had them be subordinate to me, I would have fired all three of them right then and there. It's like, bye, Felicia. Go away.
I laughed my ass off when Braun Breaker was like, say please.
I think that's awesome. I think it all goes into finally building Braun a character.
Yeah.
Like, he's this badass, but I mean, he's also got this. He's not just a bland wrecking machine badass.
And then
he's actually got a personality.
And then how did you guys feel about Paul Heyman's promo? Was a little bit interesting, to say the least. Calling him a bum shoulder bitch.
I liked it.
And a bunch of other things, that he wasn't the workhorse of the Shield, that basically Paul Heyman knew that he was going to do this to him all along, because apparently, and the thing that makes no sense to me, he turned his back on Roman Reigns because apparently Bronson Reed is better than the OTC. I mean, that's wishful thinking.
You got to build him up somehow.
Yeah.
I liked it. I love sassy Paul Heyman. And he's one of the greatest talkers of all time. That's obvious. But he hasn't gotten to just do that for a while since he's worked with Brock. Because he's been with Roman, who doesn't need somebody on them. Roman can talk. Seth can talk. CM Punk can talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that we're seeing Paul back with just beasts that don't really use the mic. It's more of a Heyman thing. I like that.
And also, so it seems like the reports were that Seth Rollins had to have rotator cuff surgery. That's what he injured. And normally, and this is with experience with family members of mine, rotator takes at least 4 to 6, even 7 months.
It does.
Now, we have seen Seth Rollins come back from injuries 3 months in advance. I mean, look at his knee. He came back in 6 when he was originally supposed to be out at 9. April is in 6 months. Now, I need to ask you two a question. Does Seth Rollins make it or not make it to WrestleMania 42?
I think if he can heal in time, they will use him. Like, I think if it's cleared and everything, yes, he'll be there.
I don't want him to rush it. You know what I mean? Like,
we've seen it bite him in the ass.
If you could get back into the ring after an injury as soon as you can, great. And we've seen it work with some people. However, that is getting back into the ring sooner than, not necessarily expected or, projected. It's great for the fans, like, oh yeah, he's back. But at the same time, I don't know, like, I
Isn't
just
it
want
kind
him to
of
be
weird?
healthy.
Isn't it kind of
Yeah.
weird? And I want to put this in your guys' brains because I thought about this before we started recording. It's so weird that this is happening exactly 10 years later, almost to the month. Because it's weird. He missed WrestleMania 32, which was in 2016. And now he may miss WrestleMania 42 in 2026.
Mm.
And it's weird how that time frame is
Yeah.
matching up.
His
And
first
in
injury happened later in the year too. That year.
November on a house show in 2015.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Seth was an up and coming star. Now he is one of the main attractions for WrestleMania. So hindsight being 2020, what does the trajectory of WrestleMania 42 look like if we do not have Seth Rollins?
It's
Because
definitely going to derail a lot.
he's been one of the major workhorses and major attractions at a WrestleMania. Most of the time he's been stealing the show. So I'm wondering what, like, worst case scenario, how do you guys see WrestleMania 42 looking if we do not have Seth Rollins on the card?
Definitely, it's definitely going to derail a lot because by the way that everything's been looking, it was somewhat expected to see a potential one-on-one with Seth and Roman, right? With Roman's ongoing feud with the Bronze, and then later on, after moving past them, then going to the bigger face of the Vision, which is Seth. Saying face loosely, obviously. But now with Seth being removed from the Vision, and then this injury, now it's got to kind of see like, okay, well, if they weren't going to do Roman and Seth, surely they were going to entertain Seth and Punk to finally give them a one-on-one spot at a Mania. So now it's kind of just up in the air of like, okay, what do we do from here?
Right. I mean, I think they'll figure it out, and it'll end up being a decent card. It'll definitely be different without Seth. Like, I think without Roman versus Seth, I think maybe a Roman versus Braun Breaker match, maybe, or something of the sort. But I mean, it'll definitely be different without Seth.
Absolutely.
Well, here's the last question I will have regarding like the first segment of Monday Night Raw as regards to Seth Rollins is, how do you repackage Seth Rollins now? So when he comes back, he's been turned on by the Vision. So do they continue a heel storyline when he comes back? Or does he come back repackaged, and does he come back as a babyface now? Like, what do you do with Seth Rollins when he comes back? Because now you are in a huge creative scramble. Because in my opinion, Seth Rollins is more believable when he's a heel.
Absolutely.
But I have a feeling he's going to get a babyface pop when he comes back, because obviously he's going to have to want to get revenge on both the Bronze and Paul Heyman.
Right.
So I feel like there's a little bit of a contentiousness here, because he's kind of a corny babyface, but an excellent believable heel. So what do you do?
What worries me is they're going to have him come back and face the numbers game in Braun and Bronson, and then start going to other people, be like, hey, can you have my back on this? When the last 6 months he's saying, fuck everybody else.
Right. So it's kind of contradict.
It really would. Like, not saying he would, but like, if he were to go up to Punk and be like, hey, I know we had our issues, but I need some help on this. That would that would water down any other potential good feud between Punk and Seth.
That would water down everything they already did.
Exactly. So that's what I'm worried about.
Do you guys see maybe, and this has happened in the past, i.e. Stone Cold and Triple H having one of the hottest rivalries and literally having total disdain for one another. Do you see a potential where in the future, maybe a year or so, maybe even less than that, do you see kind of a truce between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk, and having them come together and not necessarily forming a faction, because I'm kind of tired of factions, kind of just like looking out for each other and like knowing that they have one common denominator they're trying to get revenge on, and that's Paul Heyman and both of the Brawns. Could you see a potential for that to happen?
I could see it, maybe not with Punk. I can see Roman and Seth doing it, and it just being like a one-off tag team match against them. I can't see Punk being involved in that.
I just
Well, the
feel
only
like there's
reason
too
why I
much
ask
baggage
is-
with Punk and Seth.
Right, but with like any situation, especially in WWE, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And the
Right.
one thing that Paul, Punk, and Seth now all not Paul, sorry, the one thing that Roman, Seth, and Punk all have in common now is they've all been betrayed by Paul Heyman, and so they can actually build a foundation off. I know what Paul Heyman has done to you guys because he's done it to me. Is their hatred for Paul Heyman enough fuel to bring them together?
Maybe like the only way that would really work in my eyes is if it was like a one-off. You know what I mean? Like where one night they all kind of coincide, and then after that they kind of do their own separate things. Like I don't know. I just don't see the three of them working together as a cohesive unit for long, especially with the disdain, like the levels of disdain that Punk and Seth have.
Well, they could do it for like a one-off. I could
Yeah.
totally see them just doing it for a one-off where they both are saying, "Hey, let's just take care of business one night. Let's try to be on the same page for one night. Leave all the bullshit out and just try to be a cohesive unit." And maybe, I don't know, maybe SummerSlam next year they can have like maybe a 3-on-3 with someone,
I could see that probably.
and like them just like them winning and then being able to like get that victory over Paul Heyman and then go their separate ways. But I can see them having a one-off where they can just like kind of get some of that anger out and some of that frustration.
That would really be the only way that would work, and it not kind of set aside every like the history between those three.
Right.
All right. Well, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on that part, but let's go into that tag match, shall we?
Absolutely. We have new tag champs, and I could not be more happy about it.
Yeah, and it's the AJ Lee that it's one version of AJ Lee.
Team AJ Lee.
I think that's so funny.
Not the AJ Lee I wanted, but it's AJ Lee nonetheless.
It is an AJ Lee. I like it. I mean, obviously it's not an odd pairing, but, put together tag team. I'm glad it's not on the Judgment Day anymore, and I hope this further leads to a breakup.
Well, what irritates me is Wade Barrett made a comment in the middle of the match. Said that Judgment Day has been tag team champions for 111 days. This was their second defense.
Yeah.
Their last defense was in July.
Well, you can't be really surprised because this is textbook WWE.
I know.
They just put titles on people just so they can hold them, and then they do nothing with them.
I'm hoping that this would do something to light some sort of fire in the tag team division. And if I'm being honest, I really don't care to see any more matches with New Day and War Raiders involved, because it's the same shit. So I'm hoping with AJ and Dragon Lee that maybe we get those titles showcased a little bit more,
Right.
and B, I'm sure that they would defend it more. I'm hoping, because we all know how WWE is.
True.
But with it being AJ Styles, I really don't think they're gonna just like kind of shove him to the side.
No, I mean they shouldn't. But I also don't know how this is going to tie into AJ retiring next year. Like they gave him a tag team title, but like, what's the plan moving forward with him for his year of retirement?
Yeah, that's
I have no idea.
Unless it was like AJ like requested it, maybe like he wanted the tag titles with Dragon Lee, or I'm not sure what, but it feels like they kind of just threw a belt on him.
that, and I'm glad that they're actually utilizing Dragon Lee.
Oh, of course, he's so good.
He is so good in the ring to never really get real opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Besides be in what a lot of people call the piss break matches. It's like, whoa, well, Dragon Lee's in this match. I'm going to run take a piss real quick. Or I'm going to go do this.
Speed champion.
Oh, like that matters.
But no,
Former speed champion. What an accomplishment.
I'm so happy that they're actually using him, though.
Yes.
Because, like, sure, people give him a lot of shit because, you know, his promo work isn't that good. He doesn't speak a whole lot of English. Which is fine. You could still be a damn good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And he is. He's clean in that ring.
Well, I think he and AJ is an organic development because of AJ's history and I know this kind of will not make sense, but he matches well, I think, with like Mexican wrestlers because in a lot of ways Mexican wrestling is very similar to Japanese wrestling. And I think his experience in New Japan, AJ Styles is who I'm referring to, makes him click with a guy like Penta or with a guy like Dragon Lee, and maybe, and who knows where this guy is, MIA, Ray Phoenix.
Right.
You know, it's like I think AJ works well with those wrestlers because of both of their wrestling style. So I think him and Dragon have a lot of chemistry, and I actually think this would be a good tag team title run. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they can do a program also with, like, say, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, because I assume at some point they're going to put the tag titles on them too.
I can see that.
Maybe at WrestleMania.
The thing with like AJ is he's only been tag team champions one other time in his WWE run.
Wait,
and honestly, that was even entertaining with Omos.
Yeah, it was.
By the way, where the fuck is Omos?
That's the age-old question, isn't it? How long have we been asking that?
I'm still sticking with it. Omos is El Grande Americano.
Thought they have Omos involved with AAA.
I thought he had that one off.
He worked a little bit down there.
Yeah, like I remember Omos and Microman. Bro didn't even go up to his knees.
God, he's such a tall human.
No,
All I know is Iguana Man entertains the crap out of me.
Oh, absolutely. Freaking Lieska is one of the best things on AAA.
Yeah.
And then, not only did we have one title match, we go into the second title match, which was also a banger. Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev. And each and every week, the pops for Dominic get louder and louder.
He is so good.
He's fantastic. He's more than good.
I know.
I think he's the only star right now, like up and coming star that's truly over, especially like, because what's happened with him is a natural progression of things, right? He was such a good heel, and now the fans are genuinely respecting what he's doing, and now they love him. And that's what you want, and that's what used to happen. And
like,
for
he can
me,
grab a
I would
mic
just,
now and not be booed out of the fucking building. I'm sorry to cut you off.
he actually got to talk tonight. Like, no more from him anymore. he actually could talk tonight.
That's what
And
makes me happy.
and
Yeah.
I just want him to get all the glory, and that's why I want him to be world heavyweight champion or WWE champion within the next year, because I feel like he would be the most over up and coming main event talent that WWE has seen in years. And on top of all that, a push star that doesn't feel forced by the office,
Yes.
Right.
because the fans are choosing Dominic. And we all know the office loves Braun Breaker and Jey Uso and whoever else. But the fans are choosing Dominic. And this
again,
almost
we
reminds
mentioned,
me, and this is also what it's almost like it reminds me of the genuine, like, turning of babyface. This kind of reminds me of how the fans back in 2011 chose CM Punk over John Cena,
right.
Mm-hmm.
and Vince having a cow over it. And to me, it's like, I can tell Triple H wants to push Braun, but I don't think the fans really care about Braun yet. But the fans do care about Dominic, and they want him. I mean, when we talk about the main event later, you could tell the buzz in the arena. They were wanting Dominic to win that battle royal.
And the thing is, too, is like it kind of takes me back to 2023, with how organically over LA Knight got. And he never had like a definitive face turn, because if you remember, he started that year off as a heel whenever he was feuding with Bray Wyatt. And he went through the year being a heel until he started getting over. And then that was all of a sudden switch to babyface because nobody would hate him. The t-shirts were one of the most sold items at the merchandise stands at the shows.
True.
Like,
oh yeah, I definitely get those vibes.
I love seeing wrestlers get over organically.
Right. I think those are all great examples. Punk, Knight.
We've mentioned on this show before, 10 years ago, you would not get organically over without punishment.
Right.
Well, a part of me still feels like that's slightly happening.
Oh, it very well could be.
I mean, I feel like that's happening with like LA Knight right now, and I am godsmacked about what they're doing with him. But we'll get to that later. But
Yeah, we can get to that.
He's being Dolph Zigglered.
Oh, that's the perfect term for it.
That's a really good term. I like that.
And I'm really wondering who is making all of these decisions? Who backstage does not think LA Knight can be a world champion or be in some sort of main event picture? I don't know if this is Michael Hayes or Bruce Pritchard or Hunter or Rock. I don't know who's making any of these decisions. But this is what I wanted to rant about tonight. I am so infuriated with the way they're booking LA Knight that I can't even think straight as a wrestling fan. I'm like, what are you doing with him? I literally thought Saturday night's main event was a shoo-in. Have it just be Punk and LA Knight. That would have been a perfect match. But instead, we're getting Punk and Jey Uso, and nothing against Jey Uso, but I didn't necessarily want to see that.
Yeah, we can get into
you.
our thoughts about that. I'm sure we share the same opinion.
And like,
we'll get there.
Can you going back to like LA Knight? Like, could you imagine if he actually dethroned Roman in 23? How loud that pop would be? It would have been.
I mean, no offense, but that should have happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Missed opportunity for sure.
But no, I really like that term, the Dolph Ziggler.
I don't care about how long Roman Reigns' title reign was. I mean, that's going to upset his fans, but I don't care. The right call should have been LA Knight 2 years ago.
And I mean, I get it with Cody. I understood that whole story dynamic. And WrestleMania 40 happened and he won the title. That pop was monumental, right? But then it started to die down real quick. It's
Right.
like you added fuel to that fire, it blew up, and then it started to rain, and then that fire kind of just started dying.
Well, this is going to be maybe a little bit of a hot take, but I am a very honest person, and um, I don't think Cody Rhodes had the same charisma or aura that Roman did.
Absolutely not.
Regardless of how we can make fun of how many vacations he takes or how many times he appears, when Roman Reigns appears, it means something.
Right.
And I feel like with Cody Rhodes, it's kind of like, oh, Cody Rhodes is here. And that's nothing against Cody. I love and respect Cody Rhodes so much. But he's not the championship he's not the championship caliber that WWE's gaslighting the audience into thinking he is. He's kind of he's kind of a dulled down version of John Cena.
That's
I can see
a
that
good
for
way to
sure.
put it.
It's like a watered down version of John Cena, and it's that same formula the WWE's been following for the last 50 years. It's that squeaky clean baby face prevailing over the biggest heel in the business. I mean, what happened at 40 was textbook. And to me, I don't think Cody Rhodes has worked as champion because, like we talked about before, baby faces don't usually work as champion unless their mic skills are tip-top shape, unless their wrestling is tip-top shape, unless their character is tip-top shape, and they have to be really, really entertaining, and that they can actually combat the heel.
That if they can
And
tell
that's
a
why
good
John
story.
Cena worked. Well, that's why John Cena worked all those years, is because look at, like, when he was in his feud with Edge. Edge was the biggest heel in the business. He stole Matt Hardy's girlfriend and everything, right? And he demolished Lita on the microphone. He demolished Edge. And even though Edge was the biggest heel at the time and the fans hated him, there was equal charisma because John Cena as a baby face was able to combat Edge as a heel, and so it worked. I don't think Cody Rhodes as a babyface can equal like a Drew McIntyre as a heel or Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. It's just that there's something missing there.
And this is what I've said before, and I'll reiterate it. And people can get upset with me if they want. That's fine. The line starts back there. But Cody is much better as a title chaser than a title holder.
Yep. That's
Yep.
a good way to put it.
Because, yeah, he shows up and he, showcases the championship. But what he does as champion doesn't really feel like championship-worthy moments. Like, yeah, he'll have title defenses. He'll defend it. He'll build storylines with it. But it's nothing that really grabs the attention of fans that make them go, oh, shit, I really want to watch that match.
No, because whenever Cody Rhodes has a match now, I'm like, so. It's like I have now gotten to that point with so. It's like last year I'm crying because Cody Rhodes won, and now I'm like, so what? He's in another main event, so what?
The thing is with Cody, and I'll digress after this, but I really think all of his matches are formulaic. Like, to a certain degree, they're almost all the same, besides the SummerSlam match with Cena.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the heel's going to whoop Cody's ass up and down that ring, outside the ring, beat the holy piss out of him. And then Cody's going to come back, do his dad's bionic elbow, do a Cody cutter, and hit one or two crossroads, and that's it. And people can get mad at me if they want, but I'm going to say it. Cody's wrestling makes me think a lot of Hogan back in the 80s. Where Hogan's getting the shit beat out of him by the heel, whoever he's working with. Then he starts to hulk up, you know. They punch him, he points at him, and that's where it starts. That's kind of what I'm getting from Cody matches. I
Well,
don't
also
want
we're
to,
dealing-
but here we are.
Well, we're also dealing with like. Also, the problem with like baby faces and heels is that when they're baby faces and heels, they wrestle the same way. And when you're a baby face, you're wrestling. Your move set is supposed to be one way, and then when you're a heel, you're supposed to change it. And I felt like, for example, with John Cena when he turned heel, that was something he was having a hard time grasping in the ring, and I think that's why his WrestleMania 41 match with Cody was so subpar. Was because I don't think John Cena knew how to wrestle as a heel. And I think that took him time. And I think that was the big problem. And I feel like the match itself could have been so much more if John and Cody knew exactly what their parts were. And I think they got confused. And I was watching a face wrestle a babyface when one of them's supposed to be the heel. And that match should have started with John just annihilating Cody, walking all over him, making fun of him, laughing at the audience. And it didn't start that way.
No, it was a lot of rest holds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like a night 2 main event to me. It felt like a night 1.
Hell no. Hell no,
To
it
me,
didn't feel like no night 2.
To me, when I watched WrestleMania 40, it felt like a natural progression of things.
Yes.
Because the tag team match set up what we saw at night 2. But this felt like both nights were backwards. It felt like night 2 was a lead up to what we saw at night 1. And it just felt like watching a sequel before you watch the first film. It just felt off.
Yeah, I can see that absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like watching Scream 2 before you watch the original.
Oh, I love Scream.
Yes.
And Scream's my favorite movie. That's why I'm bringing it up. So.
Oh, me too, Hannah.
But like, all that like rolled into this, it's like, that's one thing that I'm really liking with Dominic is how over he's getting, like how Cena got over and how Cody ended up getting over in LA Knight and all of them. It's nice to see, right?
I get Daniel Bryan vibes.
Yeah. Not only, well, that match ends up with Rey Mysterio getting the win over Rusev, but with some assistant. Yeah, Dominic. Whoops.
You said Ray. Dominic.
On my notes.
Mysterio.
On my notes, I see Mysterio. And in my head, I'm immediately thinking Ray.
Of course.
That's a natural thing.
Picks up
But for
the
the
win
audience
over,
that may be confused, it was Dominic.
yeah, don't listen to me too much. But with potentially some assistance from Penta.
Seattle, Mero.
Which I hope that eventually leads up to a triple threat between the three, because I feel like that would be sick.
That would be cool.
Anytime I see Penta on TV, it's always going to be a good match.
Yeah, I love Penta.
Me too. I think Penta's fabulous in the ring. I want to see more between Penta and Dom by themselves. And I don't know why Rusev has been injected into this, because I thought, wasn't it just like feuding with Sheamus? Like, did that just abruptly stop, or
that ended after their
match?
Yeah, after their Donnybrook match at Clash in Paris.
Okay, because I just thought it abruptly stopped, and so I'm like, when did Rusev go to Dominic? It just felt like detour.
And then,
Right, I mean, I like that Rusev's being used. I just want to see a direction for him, because I love Rusev. Love Rusev.
Oh, Braden, you know they don't have a direction for him.
I know they don't, but I can have wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then, before we get into the next match, we had a backstage segment with Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce. Adam stating that he took Braun and Bronson out of the Battle Royal. And
he cooked.
This is where Adam Pearce really kind of felt like the alpha here, right?
Oh yeah, he was alpha. He cooked a whole meal on Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman was basically asking to add the bronze back to the Battle Royal, and Adam Pearce took off his glasses and went, "Say please." And I was like, oh.
That's so fire. I
like,
love Adam Pearce.
That was cold.
I want to say that I think we have the best just GMs, both around SmackDown, that we've had in a long time.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they're great. They're what they need to be. It's awesome.
The only thing I really want to see more with Adam and Nick is I love both of them, but I really want them to really harness into that general manager side and like be those general managers that don't take any shit from the superstars, kind of like how Eric and Teddy Long did all those years ago.
Right.
It's like they're letting themselves get walked all over, and it's like Adam Pearce felt like what the general managers used to be before. Like he made Paul Heyman say please, and then Paul is kissing his feet, kissing his ring, figuratively speaking, trying to suck up to him, and then Adam Pearce is like, oh, thank you for saying that, but no, and then slams the door, and I'm like, perfect. And then Paul is just looked like a fish out of water, like he got embarrassed.
It's not often when you can make somebody like Paul Heyman speechless.
Right.
Because Paul Heyman's got a rebuttal for just about everything, right? But...
And then Becky Lynch.
Yes.
Was behind him right after that.
Oh, yeah.
And called him a penguin face prick.
Type shit.
I have to admit, I'm loving this darker side of Becky, man.
Oh,
it's so good.
Absolutely. Sure. This, dare I say, this might be the best work of Becky's run in WWE.
I think that's just so hard to say, just because there've been so many great different parts.
Oh yeah.
Of her career, like there's so many, like the man, obviously, parts of big time Becks, and this, like there's so many you can pick from.
Well, I like especially I like the ending where she's like, he's not gonna want to do anything to you. He's gonna do things to your boys, and he's gonna kill him, but he's not gonna kill you. And then she goes and says, "But you're gonna wish he did."
Yeah,
love that line.
It was kind of unfamiliar territory saying Paul Heyman just get cooked tonight.
Well, it sounded like Becky being that mafia leader. It's like, you're gonna wish he did put you 6 feet under, because it sounds like she said that Seth Rollins is gonna come back and make your life a living hell.
But no, like going back to Adam Pearce for a second, it's like he's been so good as a GM, like with his dynamic. Plus, the way that him and New Day interact is hysterical. And the bald comments get me. I don't know why. It's like the cheapest comment you can make. It's like, yeah, you're so bald. It's like... It's stupid shit like that makes it fun. You know what I mean? Sometimes...
That's what wrestling is.
Sometimes you don't need complete just 100% seriousness. You need to throw some stupid shit in there every now and then.
Yeah.
But then, speaking of Becky, we had our third title match of the night. And arguably a great performance from Maxine Dupree.
Oh, yeah.
She absolutely blew me. She's been blowing me away the last few times that she's been in the ring.
Oh yeah, it's so awesome to watch. I think I've said it before, but like we've just seen it from the ground up, just her progress, and it's an amazing thing to watch.
Like her first match with Becky a couple of weeks ago, that was great. And then this one too, where Becky gets herself disqualified to keep the title. It was perfect.
I think so, and that technically gives Maxine Dupree 2 wins over Becky.
Yeah.
And
this was a low point for me for obvious reasons.
Another, honestly, for me,
because
low point, but... Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
For me, it's like... It's like, where the heck is AJ Lee?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Because, it's
they
it's
won the
like
tag titles, Hannah.
cute, very very cute. But for me, it's like she wrestled at WrestlePalooza, and now she's like nowhere to be seen. And on top of all that, nobody talks about her. The commentators don't mention her anymore. It's like so I'm a little bit confused because she's on the active roster on WWE's website and she has merchandise now. And it's like this is like the 2 weeks in a row where Maxine and Becky Lynch have been in a match where a lot of people thought maybe AJ comes out and interferes and causes her to have a program with Becky on her own and maybe compete for the IC title. Because I thought when AJ took the title and she wore that title during her first promo back, that was alluding to something. Like it was like a foreshadowing. But
Right.
AJ Lee is like nowhere to be found, and this is her 5th week in a row of no showing. So I'm wondering, was WrestlePalooza it?
I feel like it can't be it. I just feel like it might be a more rare, just a rare occasions thing. Or not even rare, like maybe just a once in a while type
Yeah.
of thing.
I'm not sure. But hopefully
I would
they
just- I
do
would-
something with her soon. That way it's not like the fans just got to be like, oh, that's a one-off. Okay, screw y'all then.
Because now there's already fans online that are getting disheartened, and they think that this was never what the reports perceived it to be. And I know a lot of people are like, if this was just a one-off, then she's never going to get the flowers. She's never going to work with this new crop of talent and really show what she could do. And I know there's a lot of people that want to see her with Becky, her with Roxanne, her with Bailey. And tonight when I saw this part of the show, it just made me feel, damn, are we ever going to see AJ again?
No,
Because
for
I would
sure.
love to see her.
Time it might be the reaction they're trying to get, to be honest. So when she does come out, it's an even bigger occasion. Like you're not gonna get the same pop you got when she returned, but pretty much you get to cash in on that again.
The problem I don't want WWE to do, and I don't think it's going to happen with her because she's just so naturally beloved, but when you kind of, and I know WWE never really officially announced this, but you know how the IWC works. They usually make up a conclusion in their head.
Right.
And if there is a portion of the audience that thought this was full time and they realized it wasn't, I worry about her getting booed because the audience isn't getting what they thought they were going to get from her. And it's just going to be their way of like bitching and moaning about not getting what they want, so they're just going to use AJ as a scapegoat. For a sweet girl like that, I do not want her to get that type of heat.
I mean, there's definitely audiences like that, but I don't think it would happen to AJ.
I don't think so either. But like, I'm holding out hope. You know what I mean? It's like, hopefully, we'll get something before people really just kind of stop giving a shit. And then whenever they do bring her back, it's like, oh well, I mean, you kind of missed the opportunity there.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Roxanne Perez, which is going to lead us to the next match of the night, which was a good, decent match. Like, it wasn't anything special. It was Roxanne
It was a
Perez.
solid match.
Roxanne Perez versus Stephanie Vaquer.
I just enjoyed watching it because it wasn't the best match they're gonna have. I know that, but it was just awesome. Like this is the future. Like those two women, along with a few others, that's the future of women's wrestling right there.
Absolutely.
So that was just baller to see.
And then afterwards, we had Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne start attacking Stephanie Vaquer, and out comes Nikki Bella to kind of even up the odds. So I'm wondering if they're gonna if they're setting up some kind of I don't know. Are they going to set up some kind of tag team dynamic here? Because we know WWE and their tag teams.
Right. I don't know if I see Stephanie and Nikki as a thing.
I don't think so either, unless it is like a one-off.
Maybe.
I don't know. To me, it's like I saw Nikki Bella and my indifference happened. You know, kind of just
Yeah,
like I was talking about earlier with Dragon Off. Nikki Bella appears on my TV screen, and it's like, okay, so.
yeah, and that's definitely the thing. Is like Nikki Bella to me, and like no disrespect to her, but she's bland.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she was good for what she brought 10, 15 years ago. She was
Like,
good for what she was. Her and her
she's
sister both. They did work. They did good work.
she's
But I
kind of
just
like
don't see
that
the
cut of the
point of having
cloth,
that.
you know, just like your standard women's wrestler.
Right.
Well, the problem is with her, and this is the opposite of what AJ Lee was only able to put 50% of what she could actually do back in the Divas era. She was capable of way more than that, and we all knew it, and we saw it at WrestlePalooza. We saw what could happen when AJ is actually given time, right?
Yes.
Right.
And she did amazing for being gone for 10 years. And I'm like, this is the AJ we could have gotten 10 years ago if the locker room was different, if the management was different. And the problem with Nikki isn't that. She reached her full potential during the Divas era because that's the type of wrestler she naturally is. And I don't think her type of wrestling, her type of promos really work during this era because she still very much comes across as a diva. And that's not exactly what works nowadays.
No, that's definitely fair.
And she's not a good, like Hulk Hogan. She's not a good wrestler.
No, she's really not.
She's really, really not. She's very one dimensional and she doesn't change things up. And she reached her full potential 10 years ago because that's all she could bring to the table.
Like she's a good performer.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people don't see the difference in performer and wrestler. A lot of people look at it as the same thing. But there is a huge difference.
Or how she is outside the ring. It feels like the same person.
Yeah. I will not forget her mispronouncing Stephanie Valkyra's last name.
Or like even years ago when she didn't even realize that Vader had passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She was so oblivious to who in the wrestling business is alive and who is not alive. And it's like she was talking about like this Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame, and Vader got in posthumously. And she was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to Vader's speech because she was trying to act like she knew what she was talking about.
Oh, that's rough.
And I'm like, woman, do you even know he passed away? Do you not even know he's getting a posthumous Hall of Fame induction? Are you that unaware?
Yeah, that's.
And I'm thinking when you work for a company, you should at least know certain things. Yeah. And I felt like that made her look like a fool. Like she had no clue what was going on or what has gone on in the very company she works for.
Right.
That did not put her in any good light.
Yeah, that's just on brand of Nikki Bella. The only memorable Nikki Bella thing I ever think of is the I wish you would have died in the womb.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, I enjoyed that. I think that was right to the. It was just badass.
Her mic work is not really that great, but to the fans, it always gets quote unquote saved whenever she throws in the word bitch.
Yes, that's a Bella. Both of them. That's just a Bella staple.
It's
bitch.
Blah 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 blah. Bitch. Okay, now I'm listening.
Right.
And I always felt like Brie was a little bit more believable in the ring.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
Like her shit with Stephanie McMahon in 2014.
Wasn't as bad as it could have been.
No. It was decent. I won't go and say that it was great.
It just, to me, when I'm like, as an observer, it feels like Nikki's just trying too hard.
Yeah,
and
I can see that.
with Brie, when she was in the ring, it felt a little bit more organic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now I kind of understand why all those years ago they had Brie debut first.
Right.
And it's to me, it's just, if you feel, Nikki to me is just a nuisance. And I kind of went on a Twitter rant. I'm like, we have Nikki Bella but no AJ. What are we doing? So I don't know. If I had to choose, I'd rather see AJ Lee on my television screen, and that might be some biasy because she's my favorite. But it's what I feel, it's what I believe, and if people don't like it, then that's just you. But I would rather just maybe Nikki be like a spokesperson or an ambassador for WWE and just leave the in-ring stuff to like the people of today.
I can see that.
Hannah Shrave just said that, and if you're not down with that, I have 2 words for you.
Pretty much. I mean, right. I'm unapologetic about my opinions. I always have been.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Before we get into the main event, Braden, I'm aware that you have a question you would like to ask for us and for the viewing audience or listening audience.
I actually don't have one today.
No?
I'm just kidding. Welcome to Braden's question of the night.
Braden, you little fucker.
Welcome to Braden's question of the night, where I will bring you a question along the lines of what if, what would you do, how would you book, or what would you have done? Tonight, I bring you a what if question, kind of sort of on topic, with the Seth Rollins injury. Very similar to the Finn Balor injury, is what I was thinking. So what if Finn Balor did not get hurt after winning the Universal title in 2016? And some certain points I do have is, first of all, just how does this career look from there? Like, we all know after that injury, it wasn't the same. The trajectory crash landed. So how would it look? How does that affect the Universal title history? Like, I feel like there's a lot of reigns that would have been erased. Specifically, Goldberg. If Goldberg doesn't have the chance to win the title off of Kevin Owens, do we get Goldberg coming back every now and then like we do now?
First of all, I hope not.
Me too.
Right. That would be awesome. That would be great.
Get that ungrateful douche off my screen.
Kind of made me laugh whenever he had his retirement speech kind of cut.
Oh, that was funny.
Bitch, ain't nobody want to listen to that shit.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that Stephen A. might have been mad.
Oh.
If you know, you know.
All right, what do you guys think? What would you think? Even if you want a fantasy book, like, what do you think would have happened from there had Balor not gotten hurt?
I don't think we would have gotten that great run that Kevin Owens had as champion.
I don't think so either, but I think we would have gotten at least a feud. And I would have loved that. I would love to see a Finn, Kevin Owens feud, like the one they had for the NXT title, but this time over the Universal title. And I would have been
sick.
That would have been peak.
But
well, you talk for a little bit, Rambo. I'm gonna have to think for a second.
Unfortunately, I don't see us getting out of the 500-day Brock Lesnar run.
You still think that would have happened at some point?
Absolutely, with how much Vince glazed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
As much as I did not ever want to see him as champion, I didn't really think we were ever gonna not.
Right.
And, I mean, to a certain degree, it's like, okay, fine, Brock is champion. But I don't think it would have went to that length. And plus, I feel like Finn Balor would have at least had maybe not 4 or 5 different title reigns, but at least a second one.
Right. I feel like they hadn't beat Roman and Seth to get to that point.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it would have been pointless if they didn't do something big with them.
Well, to me, I feel like Finn Balor would be a way bigger star.
For sure.
And to be perfectly honest, then I don't see I don't see him joining the Judgment Day at all if he never got injured.
Oh, definitely not.
And that's like years later, but still, I don't know. Maybe Kevin Owens still wins the Universal title, but maybe I could see Finn Balor would have been champion until probably WrestleMania 33 and then dropping it to KO. But I don't know. It's just like, I think the Universal title would have had more prestige to it. But right. I think the moment he got injured, that belt got tarnished almost immediately. Like, it almost had like a jinx on it.
Yeah.
And it really sucks because, like, he never got an opportunity to even fight for that title ever again, even when he came back.
Which I think is bullshit.
Oh, completely. And
I really feel bad for him. I really felt bad for him when he came out with the title and his arm was in that sling, knowing the type of run he could have had, because I know for a fact, like, WWE was really planning on making Finn Balor like the face of Monday Night Raw when they were trying to do the brand split again.
Right.
And he was going to be like very much a centerpiece of Monday Night Raw going forward. And it's just a shame what could have been with Finn Balor.
Oh, yeah. I think what I would have wanted to see, not necessarily that they would have done it, but just fantasy booking, I feel like we would have gotten a lot of younger, newer star like rivalries. Like, I think Balor versus Owens would have been great. I think we would have seen Zayn challenge for the title, just a Balor Zayn thing. I think even Neville. Like, imagine Finn Balor and Neville, who was there at the time, feuding over the Universal title. I feel like they would have used the opportunity with Finn Balor being a newer, younger guy to just have him wrestle other younger guys and maybe wouldn't get the opportunity elsewise.
That's what I would have said.
I kind of would have felt like the Universal title would have been treated kind of like that 4-year stretch how the WWE Championship was treated on SmackDown all those years ago. Because we had like Kurt and Eddie and Brock and I forgot some others that held that title.
Just variety.
There was more variety and there was more people fighting for that title.
Right. I think that definitely could have and would have happened. Because, I mean, like, if you have Roman win the title, you already have these built-in rivalries with Roman. It's going to be the same guys getting shots. Where I feel like with Finn, he wasn't as established on the main roster yet. Like, there were so many opportunities you could have gone with it. Like, even just not a younger guy, but Finn Balor Jericho could have gone at it. Like, Finn Balor Samoa Joe for the Universal title.
The amount, like, and I always say this, and it pains me to say this, like, almost physically, is like, Finn Balor physically recovered from that shoulder injury, but momentum speaking, he never recovered.
No.
The fact that he didn't even get a chance to recover.
They didn't even book him right when he came back.
No.
That's the problem. It was the same thing they did with Ambrose when he came back. They booked him terribly because I don't even think they had plans for him to begin with. Because I think they just decided, we're just going to put the Shield back together and we know what we're doing with Roman and Seth, but Dean will figure you out later. But it's like the same thing with Finn. He never recovered when he came back momentum-wise.
Y'all can keep the conversation going. I got to step away for just a second.
And it's just... It's completely asinine what they do sometimes with the younger stars. Because they just want to stick to the status quo and stick with what they know and not even try to test the waters of somebody else.
Like, I do understand because it's such a big company and it is a big risk putting faith into a young guy. But I mean, if they're your stars, you should be confident enough to do that. Like, that says a lot about what the type of business you run, I guess, if you don't feel that confidence.
Well, I also think, like, with the Universal title, I feel like Samoa Joe should have had a run with it.
Oh, I agree. And that's my point. I think if Finn Balor had it, there would have been opportunities for other people to actually hold it.
Yeah,
it should have been the one to beat Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire, but, I digress.
Yes. No, 100%.
Well, Brock and Goldberg should have never had that title to begin with.
Hell no. Brock, okay. Goldberg, hell no.
No, I mean, I was fine with the Goldberg return in 2016. Like, just that one return was kind of cool. Like, a cool moment. Give him and Brock the match at Survivor Series. And then you can have that still at Mania. It doesn't have to be for the Universal title.
No, and the fact that they had, like, the fact that they had Goldberg go over against Kevin Owens in the what? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
30, 45 seconds? What did that show to Kevin Owens' title reign? Oh, your title reign's only worth 30 seconds?
Right. And it was a great reign.
It really was. And what made it better is that he was active with it. He showed up. He had great matches against the likes of, Seth, Roman, etc., etc. And think about how much better that match would have been between him and Jericho at 33 had it would have been for the title. Because then they would have been given more time and not have to worry about, okay, well, we have this much time. Let's do what we can and not really make anything of it. Because if I'm being honest, that match was very forgettable, and sometimes I forget it even happened.
Right.
And that's the worst thing a wrestler can have, is for the fans to forget, oh, you did have that match, huh?
Well, originally, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens was supposed to be the main event of that year's WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. For the U.S. title. Or Universal
Nope.
title.
Universal title. But then WWE's like, no, we're going to give it to Undertaker and Roman Reigns.
Which, Taker and Roman, I get that they had Taker. Hey, I'm not inactive. Shut up. Hold on. I'm walking. Sorry, I had to go take something to my kid because he started whining, but I went into the room and he's fast asleep.
That's okay. That's what the editing floor is for.
Nah, I'll keep that shit in there. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
But no, like, realistically, though, it's not the fact that Goldberg was champion that really pisses me off, which it does. But it's the way that he became champion, which is what really pisses me off. And I felt like that was it. It's the same kind of dynamic for, Kofi and Brock in 2019.
Yes.
It's, you have this great title run, which some can argue Kofi's title run wasn't the greatest. But it wasn't worth 5 seconds to lose it. And so the disrespect from that for, Goldberg to Kevin was horrible. Especially for Goldberg to only hold it, show up to Monday Night Raw maybe twice between Fastlane and WrestleMania, and then lose it in that much time. If Finn Balor had not have gotten injured, we very well could not have gotten that, and I would have been just fine.
Yes.
And that could have been looked at as almost like the young boys title.
Right.
And I feel like that title would have had a lot more legs to it. And I don't think it would be a retired championship.
And in a sense, it's like, I'm trying to think about the right way to put it. It's like,
because I totally could have seen, Finn Balor, and then maybe dropping it to Kevin Owens, and then Kevin Owens drops it to Sammy, and then Sammy drops it to, around that time, Samoa Joe, and then Samoa Joe dropping it to maybe, an upcoming, maybe Adam Cole, and then Adam Cole dropping it to an upcoming Johnny Gargano, and then Johnny Gargano dropping it to an up-and-coming, Tommaso Ciampa, and then Tommaso Ciampa to Keith Lee to whoever, right? It could have been this ongoing cycle, and it could have been one of the greatest championships with the best reigns.
Yeah, kind of what the World Heavyweight title was back in the day. They definitely could have done it better, but like, I mean, you're trying to build a star. You're not going to give him the WWE title. You give Jack Swagger the World Heavyweight title. You give Christian the World Heavyweight title. You give Mark Henry the World Heavyweight title. Like, not young guys, but like people that you want to be world champion, but you're not going to give them that belt.
And honestly, like, I would have been just fine seeing somebody like Strowman win the championship in that year.
Even
Because
Cesaro.
with how over Strowman got by himself in 2017, being the monster among men, people love that shit. People were saying, "Get these hands," you know.
Well, even also, like, Shinsuke Nakamura could have won it.
Right.
It's
Even
just the whole thing of
Ziggler.
like they tried their hand with Finn Balor. He got hurt, and then Vince was like, "Okay, we're not even putting you on the back burner anymore.
Right.
You're just gonna be here until we need you."
Complete loss of faith.
And I would have given that. I would have given that championship to even Zack Ryder. I would have given it to Dolph Ziggler, maybe even The Miz.
Right. Like, if done the right way, you can just make stars with that belt. So.
And then passed it around more often because I like shorter title reigns.
Right. Like, I think that would have been really cool.
And this is something that I am very like adamant about. Cool, like, yeah, you have these long historic title reigns every now and then. Great, that's awesome. But not every title reign needs to be historic. This long running, 300 plus days. It doesn't need that. They seen that they were like, oh, well, Roman was champion for 1,000 days. We're gonna make Gunther champion for 600 days. We're gonna make, Cody champion for 365. Like, we don't need that. It is okay to have a champion hold it for 3, 4, 5 months, even sooner. Not an hour.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince. Anyway, I digress.
And I think that was a great discussion.
But that's my deal.
But
is
really,
like,
on like a funny note, the only person I would ever care about having a long title reign would be CM Punk. But that's just me.
That's just Hannah.
He can have the 13, 16, whatever Roman Reigns thing. Like, give CM Punk the title for 3 years. I'll be happy.
but like,
I'm joking. I'm so joking.
all in all, like, in 2017 to 2019 or whatever, whenever they weren't really doing a whole lot with Finn Balor, like, yeah, they threw some mid-card championships on him, which was fine. The IC title is great. But if they weren't going to try to recapitalize on the momentum he had in 2016, I wouldn't have blamed him if he would have been like, hey, I'm going to jump ship in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I can get some better opportunities there.
I could have seen that.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, I wouldn't want Finn Balor to leave my WWE TV screen because he is great in the ring. However, the fact that he didn't even get a chance to really, like, rebuild himself and kind of show the crowd, like, hey, I'm back, didn't even really give him another title opportunity. Like, I'm going to look this up just to fact check myself. But if I'm not mistaken, I think his next Universal title opportunity was against Roman Reigns.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it didn't even happen until like 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah. Well, no, that happened in like 2021. So that's like 4 years.
Like, it... Oh, let's see. Hold on. His next title opportunity was... I'm not gonna... Okay. He did get another opportunity in 2018. In a Monday Night Raw against Roman Reigns. Okay, so he did get a chance at it sooner. However, it was still shitty at the fact that he didn't even hold it for a day, and that's the only real major championship that he's ever held.
Right.
Since then,
It's
like,
just a
yeah, he's
shame.
been U.S. champion. He's been Intercontinental champion. He's been tag champions. But for him to only get the real like main event championship opportunities a handful of times since his comeback in 2017, it's like, what's your plan with him? Is he just going to be there to be there in case you need somebody for a match? Was this person not able to make the show, so Finn Balor's there to save the day?
I mean, that's what Dolph Ziggler was. Like, he's kind of getting Dolph Ziggler too.
It's insane, and that's why I really think they need to. They need to break up the Judgment Day, and hopefully, as a single star, he can start trying to chip away at that bad, that bad juju, for lack of a better term,
Right.
and try to rebuild himself. Maybe not even as a like. He doesn't have to go back to the squeaky clean baby face that he was from 2016 to 2022 whenever he joined Judgment Day. But give him
here's
something.
here's my logic, and it's kind of like that question that we as fans always ask ourselves, like, if we were in charge, what would we do, sit type of thing. And for me, if I was in charge of WWE, no part-timers would be my world champions. Ever. It would never happen. Because if you're going to be my world champion, I want you there weekly. And especially with today's schedule where they're not doing house shows anymore. And they're only doing that when they go, like, overseas. It's like, if you can't be there on my Monday Night Raw every week, or my Friday Night SmackDown every week, or all my PLEs, you're not going to hold the world title. And that's just the way I would have it. Like, you can have my mid-cards titles if you want, because I don't need those showcased every week. But I want my world title showcased every week. And my world title would be defended every 30 days like it's supposed to be. Both of them. And if you don't want to show up, then I'm not going to book you in the main events. I'm going to book everybody that's on the roster full-time and showing up and working hard. They are going to be in the main event picture, and they're going to be in the main event of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and my PLEs. And I'm not going to rely on nostalgia to bring tickets, because I'm going to work on making sure that everybody I have at my disposal is known by the audience and has a character. And that's the thing that WWE is not doing right now, and they're neglecting what they used to do. And the reason why a lot of people hold on to the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era for dear life like they do is because they didn't rely on part-timers taking spots. And everybody was known, from the lower card to the mid card to the main card. Everybody in that arena knew who everybody was and knew what their purpose was. And now I feel like everybody's getting lost in the shuffle, and that creative is only focusing on 2 to 3 people max and what story they have for them. And it's the people that only show up a handful of times. And it feels like the only person that at least tries to show up every single week, the only made card talent really right now that is doing what I would want out of a superstar is CM Punk. Because he went on all those live events. He was in Bologna, Italy. He was in Germany. He was in Italy. He was in Ireland. He was in Berlin for that 9-day stretch. And then he also did, this past week, he was in Japan and Australia. And he showed up tonight. Seth Rollins doesn't do that. Roman Reigns doesn't do that. Hell, even Cody Rhodes doesn't even do that. And it's like, to me, how are you going to build new people to take the reins if you're having your part-timers always be in the main event and always take spots from other people?
No, and that's definitely fair. Like, the fact that we have main champions that, like, it seems like anymore whenever Cody says at this show it's going to be for the title, it's like, wow, we actually get a title match.
Mm-hmm.
When before, at least one of the two main titles was defended on the show, whether it be the World Heavyweight or the WWE title. At least one of them. Now it's getting to the point where it's like almost, there's times where neither of them are defended. Neither of them are even on the show. So I mean, I don't know. I just, with the whole thing with Finn, I'm, for wishful thinking purposes, hope they do something with him post Judgment Day and not just kind of leave him as a fly on the wall.
Agreed. Anyways, guys, is it Battle Royal time?
It is.
Yay!
And this Battle Royal honestly was really damn good.
I love Battle Royals.
You have Battle Royals are one of my favorite like stipulations. They're always fun. And we've seen a lot of like heavy hitters in this Battle Royal too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with potential to win.
And don't
Yeah.
forget the icing on the cake on this Battle Royal. You guys are missing one of the biggest things that got to happen today, and one of my favorite things.
Oh, I know.
We got the Cult of Personality on commentary again. Whoop whoop whoop. He is so good on commentary, to the point where when he hangs up his boots for good, I hope he becomes a full-time color commentator, because he is hilarious. And he's like, I love some of the things he was talking about. Like, he was talking about Dominic Mysterio and why he's called dirty is because he never washes his gear. That was a good one. Or when the audience was chanting like AJ, he was like, I don't know if they're chanting AJ Styles or AJ's husband, but that's me. It was hilarious. Like, he's so good on commentary.
Well,
Even
he
on
did.
Commentary, no one can touch me.
Yeah, I was about to say he did say he's the best in the ring on that microphone, even at commentary. Nobody can touch him.
And in the 2011 walkout, when he got to do commentary, he was so excited about it.
You
Can I
can
wear your
even wear
blazer?
my blazer.
Yeah.
But no, this Battle Royal was definitely like full of heavy hitters.
Yep.
And, Otis. I didn't ever see him winning. But, it's glad to see Otis on my TV screen. Nothing wrong with him.
Yeah. Love Otis.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever my wife's seen him on TV, she's like, is that queso?
Wow.
That's funny.
Which, she's not that far off, if I'm being
Not
real.
really. No, I love Otis.
No, but we had the likes of Penta, Rusev, Sheamus,
Bella.
Kofi. Anytime I see Sheamus on TV, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a fight.
He's one of the most underrated workers of all time, for sure.
It's a damn shame he didn't come out to, Too Many Limes. It's a damn shame, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I always call it lobster head, because that's what it sounds like it's also saying.
Oh, yeah. But no, like, what I don't like about Battle Royals on, like, Raw or SmackDown is I don't like the commercial breaks in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Because they come back from commercial and, like, 3 people are eliminated. It's like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, that's always bugged me.
But we get down to it. One of my favorite, like, great story being told towards the end of it was anytime Jay would nearly get eliminated, Jimmy would jump in and kind of take the bullet for him, per se. He'd save him from elimination. And then this is where heads turned. Jimmy was getting ready to throw LA Knight over. Jay, seeing the opportunity, said, no, I'm throwing both y'all's asses over, and throws out both Jimmy and LA Knight, with Jimmy kind of looking back like, dude, I saved your ass.
Roman behavior.
Well, what did CM Punk call him a few weeks ago? Little Roman.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's great. I like that they're building that.
And then the final two being Jay and Dominic. And honestly, I was like, come on, Dominic.
Oh, me too.
And dude got some air whenever he got eliminated. When Jay threw him over the top rope, Dom got some air before he hit the ground.
Yeah. I love seeing Dom on my screen in 2 matches.
Yeah, I was like, he did double duty tonight.
Not only is Dom good in the ring, his selling
Oh, yeah.
is monumental. Which, of course, leads Jay Uso to the main event of Saturday night's main event to face CM Punk for the vacated World Heavyweight Championship.
All
Which-
right, guys. On the count of 3, if you think it's the right winner, say right. If you think it's the wrong winner, say wrong. 3, 2, 1.
Wrong.
Cool. Glad
And-
we're on the same page.
And by the way, I mean, we saw this coming a mile away, didn't
Oh,
we?
absolutely.
I mean, they're shoving Jey Uso down our throats like Vince shoved John Cena and Roman Reigns all those years ago. It's the same thing. It's like Triple H's version of John Cena and Roman Reigns are Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes.
And
It's terrible. And like, what's wrong with seeing something different? What's wrong with seeing LA Knight versus CM Punk, which is what I thought they were going to do, or even CM Punk versus Dominic? That would have been different.
like,
But no, we're going to get Jey Uso, we're going to get a super kick fest, and we're probably going to have what could have been a great match not be that great, because we all know who's going to be carrying that match, and it's CM Punk.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like this whole yeet wave is gonna die down soon.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're milking the last bits of it.
I hope.
And I think it can all be redone once that official turn happens. Once Jay officially turns on Jimmy, becomes that Roman type of guy. Not to that level, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but you know how in a panic WWE can be. They better pray to whatever God they pray to that, you know, Jay never accidentally gets injured, because they're going to have a problem on their hands.
Right.
Because
it was easy to put LA Knight over in that position because Punk and Knight already have that story going right now.
Right.
exactly,
It was right there. It really
it was right there. And when LA Knight went over that top rope, figuratively, I almost lost it. I'm
And
like, are you kidding me?
the thing
like, the
is, it's
writing was
like-
on the wall there.
Punk and Jay also have their own story kind of going right now, but the main one right now is Punk and Knight. And
And you know what's really sad is, like, I love Jey Uso, and it's really, really sad that WWE, the way they're booking him, is making me hate him. They're making me hate him, and it's really, really sad, because I thought it was so easy for WWE just to give us LA Knight versus CM Punk, which I know is a match that most of the audience really wants to see. And I know that's going to get all the Jey Uso fans butthurt, but I don't care. That would have been a perfect match for Saturday night's main event, or even CM Punk versus Dominic Mysterio. That would have been a banger. But instead, we're going to get the mediocre dinner plate we're going to get, is because I know for a fact that this match is going to be carried by Punk, and it's a shame, because I don't think Jey Uso's wrestling ability matches like the main talent. Like, he wrestles like a tag team wrestler.
yes,
Yeah.
He's not really main event. He's not a main event level wrestler, because he gets blown up easily.
he really does.
And it's not like Punk.
Go ahead.
Punk has spent Punk has spent almost his entire career being a single star. And he knows how to work 35-minute matches by himself without having to tag out. I don't think Jey Uso really has that capability.
No, and the thing is with Jay is like He's good as a hype man, not as a performer. If you want somebody
Yeah.
to hype up the crowd, send in Jay. But
True.
if we're looking for a good, like, championship match, I don't think Jay's there for it.
No, my fear with Jay winning this battle royal, not that I'm hoping this doesn't happen, but I see it as a possibility, is having Jay win over Punk, which is bad, but because Jay would be easier for Braun to take the title from. And I think, first of all, don't give Jay another reign yet. Second of all, don't put the title on Braun yet. But I could see them going in that direction.
Yeah, because realistically, Jay wasn't even that good of a world champion.
Right. And Braun's beaten Jay for the Intercontinental title before.
Well, we all know that if Michael Hayes has anything to say about it, that will happen.
Right. So that's my biggest fear with that being the matchup.
And the problem is that the audience wants CM Punk as champion badly. And if he loses another title match, that's gonna drastically drop his momentum. And I think it's gonna make the fans disheartened and disillusioned, and it's gonna make his fans think he's never gonna have a real opportunity. I think this is almost CM Punk's last chance, because if he loses and doesn't get a championship, when is he ever gonna get another one? Because I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble, and I don't see him facing Cody either. And
Right.
it's like,
Oh, what the hell?
I don't even see him even facing the World Heavyweight Champion if it gets to WrestleMania. So it's like, he has to. He really, really does. And I think it's about time that they make CM Punk champion. I mean, he's been back for 2 years now, next month, and he hasn't had a real proper title reign.
Right. It's definitely time.
It's time. And if I was WWE, I would make CM Punk champion at Saturday night's main event, and really listen to the audience.
Absolutely. And, like,
Because
Punk
I feel
winning the champion is
like,
the safest option they have.
and here's the thing, I feel like Punk can get more out of Braun Breaker than Jey Uso could, if they want to go that route.
And, like, the thing is like, as much as I want to say, oh, this is going to be a walk in the park for CM Punk to win the championship, I'm afraid that it's not going to be like that. Because we know how the current spectrum of WWE is, where it's like, oh, this is going to be the safest option. But then they're like, oh, okay, well, if you think that, then we're going to go the other way.
Right.
And honestly, like, the way that Jay won the championship in the first place, I thought was very kind of like, obviously we all know the cat's out of the bag as far as the whole spectrum of, predetermined, scripted, whatever. But having him tap Gunther in seconds,
It was unrealistic.
in literal seconds, when Gunther's had heavy hitting matches leading up to that with the likes of Priest, with the likes of, Priest and Balor, et cetera, et cetera. You have that momentum going for him, and to him lose to a sleeper hold in 15 seconds.
Yeah, that was a very bad way to do it.
It didn't make any kind of sense. It's like, I don't. You
now we
want
have
to
the
build
Utah
Jay
Dolphins.
up. You want to build Jay up as like this threat. But
Well, here's the thing. Like, if Jey Uso wins a Saturday night's main event, which is what I fear is going to happen, because I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop, I think that's going to make the audience very, very mad.
oh, absolutely.
For sure.
And it's gonna, believe it or not, it's gonna make CM Punk look awful,
Yes.
because it's gonna make him look like he can't win the big one anymore.
And what
And
I'm thinking,
That's not gonna look good with the audience, because the audience, if he ever gets another championship opportunity, the fans aren't gonna care anymore. After a certain point, the audience is just not gonna care. because they just assume you're gonna lose.
Right, and like what I'm thinking, the only way that Jay could win and it not really dampen Punk's momentum is if they have him do some like heel shit. You know what I mean? They kind of like not necessarily further the idea of him turning heel, but have him do some like heel tactics to win. Like hell, even if it's something as simple as like grabbing the tights or the foot on the ropes or
I mean, it's got to be like sort of the same way as Roman used to win. Like I feel like it all has to build into the little Roman thing.
it has
Like
to.
that's where they're going.
Because if Punk loses cleanly to Jay, then yes, that's gonna dampen Punk's momentum.
Sure.
However, I feel like to get it to where it's not gonna dampen it, Jay does go over, he's gotta do some like heel like tactics.
Well, there's a problem with that because it will drop his momentum no matter what. Because how many times has CM Punk lost a major match in the past like year since the year has started? He has lost almost every main event in a dirty way. And it's going to be the same thing. Like the fans are going to think, oh, they're just trying to protect Punk by not having him lose clean. Like always something always happens in his match that causes him to lose. There's always an excuse for why he doesn't end up winning. And
That's
it
fair.
will dampen Punk's momentum if they continue with that. And what I would actually like to see is there be a certain type of interference, but Punk ends up winning. Like it ends up helping Punk, not hurting him. And what I would like to see is Jimmy come in and cost his brother the match.
I can see that as well.
Yeah.
Because like look what happened in the Battle Royal. Jimmy saved Jay twice. And then Jay had no hesitation of throwing Jimmy out.
Oh yeah, I think
So-
in the back. Go ahead.
So I feel like what I would do creatively is like I would have Jimmy say, F it, you want to be little Roman? Then I'm going to counter that. And I'm going to do a very Roman Reigns thing. I'm just going to cost you the match.
Right, and I think we got foreshadowing after that Battle Royal and Jimmy and Punk, or Jay and Punk, face down, and Jimmy was just in the middle on the ramp, sitting down, staring on. Like, I think that was our foreshadowing there, if that is to happen.
And Jay
I
didn't
like
even
that
like
moment.
after he won that match and he's like on the second rope in the turnbuckle and yeeting, Jay didn't even acknowledge his brother
Nope.
at all. He was like almost like it's almost like he was like mentally like giving him the brush off.
Yeah, like if
I'm sorry, but if I was a twin, that would bother me.
oh, absolutely. And the thing is I don't if there's going to be a separation between the two, I don't want it to be like it was in 2023 where
No.
the separation led to nothing for months.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's got to
then-
go into a deeper storyline.
Yeah, and then it cultivating in a horrible match at WrestleMania. I'm not
Yeah.
even going to say a not good match. It was horrible. Dare I say the worst match at WrestleMania 40.
That's not a hot take.
The
I agree. Yeah.
6-man Philadelphia street fight with the Final Testament and the Pride, which was Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, that was better than Jimmy versus Jay.
Right?
Yeah.
So
But
if they do it, I want them to actually think it through and really do something with this besides just Jimmy coming and costing Jay every championship opportunity he has. Because it's really all that feud was.
Well, this time it would be different because this could actually play better if like the rules are reversed. Maybe the reason why it didn't work the last time is maybe Jimmy playing the role of the heel and Jay playing the role of the baby face is why it didn't work. I think this time, if they make Jay the heel in the situation and Jimmy the baby face,
Oh yeah,
sometimes it's the right type of rivalry. Just each person is playing the wrong role.
yeah. I think
I
those
think
roles
that
fit better.
I think this one will be better with Jimmy costing him, but as a baby face trying to cost the heel instead of the other way around.
Right.
And I will die on this hill. Saturday night's main event, Punk has to win.
Absolutely.
I mean, to me, there's no other choice, and that might come as a like. I don't want people to think I'm being biased because he's my all-time favorite wrestler, and he always will be until the day I'm no longer living. But he has to win this. There's right now with WWE, there's no other choice. And there's no other choice when it comes to his fans too, because his fans, his ride or dies, have been wanting this for years. And so I think it's time. I don't think we should be waiting any longer, especially since we're coming up on his 2-year anniversary being back. It's time.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Overall, guys, how are we feeling about this Raw?
Honestly, this wasn't a bad Raw. Like, it's...
No, I think it continues a streak of good Raws.
Yeah.
I will say it was above average.
Okay.
That's fair.
There were some questionable things, but comparing it to, like, say the past month, I would say was one of the better ones. But I'm not gonna say it was great because it wasn't.
What have we said for the last 2 episodes? At least we didn't get some variation of 2 baby faces versus the Bronze.
Yes.
Yep.
Overall, this Raw was steady. I think that's the best thing I can say. It was steady overall. I wouldn't go and say it was great. I wouldn't go and say it was bad.
Yeah,
It was in between. It was okay.
I'd agree with you.
All right. Now it's my turn to test y'all's knowledge.
Yay!
This is Guess the PPV. I've got
Oh,
8
boy.
different pay-per-views. And I'll figure out a 9th one if we need a 9th one for a tiebreaker. But I will list off the matches. I won't give out the stipulations because some of them may give it away.
Right.
But obviously, whoever guesses the most is the winner.
Oh, we're gonna fail.
I've got 8 total, so we'll go ahead and start with this first one. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right.
Sort of, but go ahead.
This first one is, I'm going to list off the kickoff show match, because it could help. I don't know. Was Humberto Carrillo versus Andrade.
Okay. It gives me a
Who?
time period.
Who the fuck was the first name?
Humberto Carrillo, or now Berto in Legado del Fantasma.
I don't even know who that is.
Humberto Carrillo?
All right.
Humberto
I mean,
and
I just
Garza
don't.
lost.
There's a reason they were the pre-show, obviously.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
Yeah, that does nothing for me.
All right. Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy.
Ooh. Okay, I think I have a year down.
Let me know when y'all are ready for the next one.
I guess. I have no clue.
A tag team championship match between the New Day and the Revival.
This had to have been around the time I was a manager at Wendy's because I was barely watching wrestling during the year. I think this is going on. Like I was sporadically watching, but I wasn't watching PLEs like when they were airing. I had to
Braden,
focus on my Twitter feed to get.
you might have an advantage then.
Braden might get this before me, but if this is the year I'm thinking of, then I was way too busy at work.
Between 2 years, so I have like a group of pay-per-views that I could. I'm ready for the next one. Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Quick, can I ask a quick question?
go ahead.
Was the Andrade Humberto one for a title?
No.
Okay.
The next one is another tag team title match between the Viking Raiders and Gallows and Anderson.
Is this Elimination Chamber 2020?
No.
Oof.
I don't even think Gallows and Anderson were with the company then. I think
They
this was around the
were
first
just-
time they got released.
They were. They got released in June of 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Because
they were,
Humberto-
but they weren't, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because Humberto would have been getting singles pay-per-view matches around that time, no later, so. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just going to go ahead and do the other tag team match, the women's tag team title match between the Kabuki Warriors versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
I'm right on the cusp. I know. Like, I think I have it down. Okay, you can go ahead and go again.
Hannah, you have a guess or you want me to move on?
I have like maybe a year in my head, but I don't even have a clue.
All right. The Miz versus Bray Wyatt.
Was that for anything, or was it just them facing each other?
Just them facing off. There are 2 more matches on this card.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go. I think I'm right. I think this was when I became a manager and I was way too busy.
Braden, what are your thoughts?
I think. (2019) TLC?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the month I was actually in training. So I was doing 50 hours a week.
The other 2 matches were Bobby Lashley versus Rusev and Roman Reigns versus King Corbin.
What a weak card.
Do you know what's weird is because I remember hearing about that PLE because I got promoted in November, and December was when I was doing my training at a different store, and I was doing I would have to do 11 hours 4 days in a row. So it was not fun.
Okay. I'm trying to pull up this other one, but it's loading slowly, but it's loading.
And while it's loading, I was working on Sundays. That's probably why. I never watched this.
All right.
Yeah, this was also during my kind of darker period, but I do remember the Kabuki Warriors match.
All right. Here's the second one.
Good job, Braden, getting that one.
Thanks, Hannah.
This is kind of an older one. We have Umaga versus Kane.
Umaga versus Kane.
Yep.
Oh gosh. If it's
the time period first.
if it's Umaga, I should know this definitely because
Rest in peace, Umaga.
he passed away in 09, and so that's when I was really watching wrestling.
That was the first wrestling death that I 1000% remember.
Me too. Well, no, actually, Eddie. Eddie was the most profound.
And WWE kind of sweeping it under the rug, but I digress.
Right. Anyway, continue.
A fatal 4-way tornado tag match for no titles between Crime Time, Charlie Haas and Viscera, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, and the Highlanders, Rory and Robbie McAllister.
Okay, one more match, and I think I got it. Like I'm on the cusp.
Hannah, what do you think?
That match just screams one pay-per-view to me.
I don't think that isn't December to December 2006, is it?
No.
Okay, then I have no idea.
Read one more, I think I got it. Thanks for the year, Hannah. I needed that.
We have Jeff Hardy versus Carlito.
Cyber Sunday 2006.
There you go.
Yeah, that match just screams Cyber Sunday, that tag team match.
I think this is karma for me winning last week.
Yeah, you blew me out last week. I had to get you back.
The rest of the card was a special referee tag team match between Rated RKO and DX, with the referee being Eric Bischoff.
Oh, nice.
A women's championship lumberjill match between Lita and Mickie James.
Sounds like 2006.
This one is kind of weird to think about. A match for the World Tag Team titles between the Spirit Squad and the team of Ric Flair and Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Oh god,
I do remember that.
I remember this pay-per-view now, but I think I missed out on like the first half of it. I don't think I remember watching it in its entirety when it first aired. I think I missed the first half. I think that's why I don't remember the tornado. But the moment you said the Mickie James and Lita one, I think that's when I like popped in.
The fact that we had two like 70s and 80s wrestlers champions in 2006 was insane.
Right, going against the Spirit Squad.
And then the main event was a World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match between John Cena, King Booker, and The Big Show.
Yes, because I remember the voting for that one. Yeah.
That sounds like another terrible card.
Well, yeah, of
Loki
course.
kind of was.
It's Cyber Sunday.
All right. Come on now, you bitch. Load. Okay. This next one, we've got a fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental Championship between Cody Rhodes, Sin Cara, Rey Mysterio, and The Miz.
Okay. Got my time period.
Yeah, and it was probably the most boring time period.
Correct.
We've got a United States Championship match between Zack Ryder and Antonio Cesaro.
Okay, I know the year.
This is before he dropped the first name.
Yup, don't know the pay-per-view.
Let me know when you're ready.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm ready.
A singles match between Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler.
What pay-per-view?
Is this? Oh God. This wouldn't be. This isn't Money in the Bank 2011, is it?
No.
Okay.
You go ahead. I know.
I thought they faced out of Money in the Bank. I guess I was wrong.
All right.
Just what pay-per-view? I know everything else around it right now.
We've got the Divas Championship match between Eve Torres and Layla.
Okay. Was that one 2013?
No.
This feels like a Money in the Bank. But then I gotta figure out who Eve, because Eve turned heel in 2012. So would that be 2012's
It is 2012.
Money in the Bank 2012, right?
No.
But it isn't 2012. Okay.
Is it? What pay-per-view?
Over the Limit.
Nope.
Night of Champions.
It is Night of Champions.
Oh.
The rest of the
Again,
card.
kind of eliminating some options there.
The rest of the card was the Tag Team Championship match between R-Truth and Kofi Kingston and Team Hell No.
Oh no, yeah.
The World Heavyweight Championship between Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus. And then a WWE Championship match between John Cena and CM Punk.
Wow, you're really picking the pay-per-views. I was either working or I was in high school.
I just picked these at random.
It's my time to win, Hannah.
I know, but it's sad how he's picking the ones where I was like not in front of my TV watching it every week.
This is my.
All right.
That's what happens when you do year-round sports.
Can't relate.
True.
You're never home.
Okay, this is an older one.
Ugh.
I'm not even. I might. Okay, yeah, I'll include this one, even though it wasn't technically on the pay-per-view. It was on another show before the pay-per-view. But I'll just list it anyway. A 2-on-1 handicap match between The Big Show versus Steven Richards and Justin Credible.
Ugh.
Is that One Night Stand 2006?
No.
Sounds like an ECW pay-per-view for sure.
One Night Stand 2005.
Nope.
One Night Stand 2007.
Nope.
Yes.
December to Dismember 2006.
Nope.
December to December 2005.
They only had one.
I know. Duh, of course I know.
Next match is a Cruiserweight Championship match between Billy Kidman and Tajiri.
Oh, Billy Kidman.
Okay, this obviously isn't ECW because ECW only had 3 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Tajiri and Billy Kidman. So this almost sounds like a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. Because I know the crew
was it SmackDown exclusive? Nope, this has both.
Oh dear God, Rambo, you're killing me. All my logic with all these ones are going out the window.
Yeah, you can go ahead whenever you're ready.
W Rambo in the chat. Scott Hall versus Bradshaw.
What?
Scott Hall versus Bradshaw.
So not even JBL, just Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's gotta be before 04.
This has to be like 01 during the Invasion era. Is this Invasion 2001?
Nope.
Shit.
I'm ready whenever you are.
We've got the Women's Championship between Jazz and Trish Stratus.
Is this No Way Out 2002?
Nope.
Royal Rumble 2002?
Nope.
Survivor Series 2002?
Nope.
Is this...
SummerSlam 2002.
Nope.
When did Jazz face freaking Trish freaking Stratus? I thought it was 2002.
2001.
Nope.
Backlash 2002.
Correct. Backlash 2002.
Yes.
You were about to get that one, Hannah.
Hannah's like,
it
God
wasn't a
damn it,
shutout.
I'm getting this.
Good job, Hannah. Good job.
Thank God this wasn't a shutout. I would have been embarrassed.
Yeah, that'd be real embarrassing if somebody got shut out during this game.
Because
Braden's like, yeah, that's a damn shame, isn't it?
It would have sucked.
hey, you got 2 the last time.
Those ones didn't count. We did those ones just for me. Anyway, good job, Hannah.
The rest of the card was an Intercontinental Championship match between Rob Van Dam and Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, this was great.
The number 1 contendership for the WWF title, with the special referee being Ric Flair, between The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice.
A tag team championship match between Chuck and Billy versus Al Snow and Maven.
Okay.
Hey guys, Maven here.
I have to get 2 more to tie, so I really, really needed at least 1 point.
And then the undisputed WWF championship match between Triple H and Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
You're really picking the ones with the most mediocre cards.
I'm not meaning to. I'm just picking picking pay-per-views.
All right, moving along.
All right. It's now 3-1 Braden right now.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
All right, we've got R-Truth.
I told you I'm a natural heel, baby.
We've got R-Truth versus Ted DiBiase Jr.
Over the
You're
limit.
not helping me.
Wait, what, Braden?
Over the limit 2011.
No.
Oh, that was a complete shot in the dark.
Yeah, I'm almost crying.
You got Kofi Kingston versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh. Maybe that's not even 2011. Okay.
Was that Hell in a Cell 2009?
No.
Shit.
We've got the tag team championships between the Hart Dynasty, being Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith, versus the team of Chris Jericho and The Miz.
Chris Jericho and The Miz?
Was that TLC 2010?
No.
Because I know Chris Jericho went from the Big Show to the no. Did you say Chris Jericho and The Miz?
Yep.
Yeah, because Big Show went from Jericho to The Miz. I don't remember Jericho and Miz being a thing.
I don't either. I almost thought you said Big Show, for example, because I
Yeah.
know it was like Jericho Show and then the Big Show went to The Miz.
Yeah, Miz Show. Huh. Alright, read the next one. Maybe I'll remember.
We've got the World Heavyweight Championship between Jack Swagger and The Big Show.
Okay, so for sure have my year. Is this Money in the Bank 2010?
No.
Okay.
Was this? Oh God! When were?
I didn't even say his name right. Jack Swagger.
Schwacker. I am having no clue, and I assume again this is when I was in freaking high school. Damn it, Rambo! You're making me really think I should have been watching back then.
I thought you were going to stop at "You're making me think."
I know the year.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
You don't have to rub it in, Braden.
I have no clue about the pay-per-view. Unless this one tells me.
WWE Divas Championship between Eve Torres and Maurice.
Oh, they didn't tell me.
That does not help matters. Oh my gosh. Eve Torres and Maurice.
Next one.
CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio.
Over the Limit 2010.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Braden, when you said Over the Limit 2011, I was like, holy shit.
I was on the guess. And that was just a random first guess, too. Hannah, I hope it doesn't hurt more that it was on a CM Punk that I got that.
It's like rubbing salt in a wound,
Braden?
asshole.
You know, I really, really hope you go to sleep at some point. And it does. It hurts me that you got a CM Punk thing over me, and I'm the biggest CM Punk mark you'll ever meet. Oh, gosh.
It's the little brother in me, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, because the moment he said Rey Mysterio, I thought 2010, and then I was about to say a bunch of 2010 pay-per-views.
Yeah, I had the year off of the Jack Swagger World Heavyweight Champ.
All right, it is now 4-1.
Oh, the pay-per-view.
It's so funny how Rambo is like randomly picking the bad pay-per-views.
I'm just picking shit. All right, next one. ECW Championship between Matt Hardy and Mark Henry.
What the motherfuck?
What the motherfuck?
Put that on a t-shirt.
Oh.
It just says what the
That's
motherfuck on the
during the
front and just a
bad
Squared Circle Sessions
ECW.
logo on the back.
Let's get moving.
This was during that time where that was that god-awful silver ECW. Ugh. Gross. That championship was gross.
Oh, yeah.
I low-key liked how it looks, but I get why people wouldn't.
You ready for the next match?
Sure.
The Women's Championship match between Beth Phoenix and Candice Michelle.
Was that Vengeance Night of Champions 2007?
No.
Candice Michelle won a women's championship. What freaking year was that? Oh no, 2007 was wrong. I think it should be turned up. Yeah, thinking.
You're right.
We had Rey Mysterio versus Kane.
Ooh.
Night of Champions 2010?
No.
I'm not gonna guess yet, but it sounds very certain pay-per-view to me.
All right, are we ready for the next one?
I guess.
All right, we've got number one contendership match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Batista and JBL.
Was that SummerSlam 2008?
No.
That's what I was thinking.
We're really getting to the nitty gritty on this one.
Is that Great American Bash 2008?
Nope.
Okay, I guess go ahead. I was thinking the same thing, Hannah.
All right. We've got The Big Show versus The Undertaker.
That's happened so many times.
Yeah, because that's only been everywhere.
That doesn't exactly narrow anything down, bud.
All right, new one.
I would give the stipulation, but that might give it away.
Unless it's Survivor Series 2010.
No.
Survivor Series 2008.
Nope.
Okay.
We have. I'm not going to give these two away, the stipulations away, because it will give it away. We have Triple H versus Jeff Hardy.
Okay. So it's not Armageddon, because that was a triple threat. What was it before or after Jeff Hardy?
Armageddon 2007.
No.
Wait a minute, that makes. They did face at an Armageddon though. Triple H and Jeff Hardy did.
That was the triple threat with Edge for the championship.
No, they faced the year prior.
Yeah, they
in
did have
2007.
They did have a one-on-one. Yeah.
Oh, did they? Okay. All right, I guess go ahead.
I don't know when they faced at another pay-per-view, unless it was in. I don't even know. I only thought they faced once at a pay-per-view.
All right, we've got them last match. And if y'all don't get this one, I'll be very surprised. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho.
No Mercy 2008.
There you go.
I remember that ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hannah, you got to get two more to tie up with Braden.
Yeah.
You got this, Hannah?
I got shit. Up my ass.
All right. We've got...
Like the rest of humanity does.
Hey, pulling this one up. Because, of course, it wants to take its sweet, great-ass time. Because why wouldn't it, right?
Well, of course.
All right. We've got The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. That's going to narrow it down a lot, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Gives me a year-ish. Couple years.
All right. We've got Chris Jericho versus Fandango.
WrestleMania 2009.
Nope.
Oh, Payback 2009.
Nope.
Payback 2013.
Nope.
Extreme Rules 2013.
Yep.
Oh, whatever.
And you screwed yourself up on the WrestleMania 29.
The rest of the card was a United States Championship match between Kofi Kingston and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, it's when the Shield won all the gold.
We've got Sheamus versus Mark Henry. A number one contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship I Quit match between Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger.
Wow, real entertaining stuff.
We've got a tag team tornado championship match between the Shield, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and Team Hell No. An Extreme Rules match between Randy Orton and Big Show. A Last Man Standing match for the WWE title between John Cena and Ryback. And a steel cage match between Brock Lesnar and Triple H.
Yeah. Again.
It's like 2013.
God, it's so weird. It's like weird. Like almost all of these, except for like two, were when I was like so freaking busy.
All right. Pulling up this last one.
Well, congratulations, Braden. Whoop-de-doo.
Thanks.
I'm so giving you shit. I'm glad you won, but still.
I'm killing the games today, guys.
I feel like an idiot.
All right. And this is going to be the end all. If it will fucking load.
Rambo, thank you for picking the pay-per-views I was actually watching. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. Come on now, you bitch. There we go. All right. We've got Stevie Richards versus Maven.
Oh God. This is succotash.
Succotash 2003.
Knowing Vince, that would have been a name of a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Welcome to Suffering Succotash.
That's how I feel right now. Is that promo?
All right, next one.
We've got a World Tag Team Championship 3-on-2 elimination match
Nice.
between La Resistance and the Dudley Boys.
SummerSlam 2004.
No.
SummerSlam 2003.
Nope.
I have no clue.
I think I have the year, but I'm trying to hold on.
What year, Henry?
Like I think it's 2002.
Okay, yeah, I knew that too.
Oh no, you didn't.
We've got Scott Steiner versus Test.
Okay.
I think that's the one that involved Stacy. Like whoever wins keeps her.
Mom's got it going on.
Dear God, what the hell?
Sorry.
That was that Survivor Series 2002?
No.
Or did the Test and no, because Test had short hair by this point. So this must have been 2003, because I know there was a famous highlight reel that involved Scott Steiner with Stacy and Jericho.
I was born.
This has to be 2003. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Braden, with you saying that, anytime I hear the song Stacy's Mom, I think of Carl Weezer from
Yes.
Jimmy Neutron.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jimmy's mom has got it going on.
Yes. All right, next one.
We've got a tag team match between Trish and Lita versus Molly Holly and Gail Kim.
Oh.
Is that Unforgiven 2003?
It is.
Hannah, yay!
The rest of the card was Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels. A tag team match, I can't believe I'm about to read this, between Al Snow and Jonathan Coachman versus Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler.
Sick.
A triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship between Chris Jericho, and Rob Van Dam. Shane McMahon versus Kane. And Goldberg versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, I would have gotten enough of just that match alone. Just that one. None of the other.
I remember watching that pay-per-view in the Trish and Lita one was the only one from my actual memory bank I remember. I don't know how long it's been. I don't even think I've watched that entire pay-per-view since it aired.
I always forget that Gail Kim was around that early.
I'm just gonna pull one out just to throw it at the wall. This one means nothing,
But
it's one that just pulled
Braden.
up.
Thanks, Hannah. That means a lot. I know you mean it.
I know, I actually really do. I'm just giving you shit.
Meanwhile,
It's weird
we get
because
off the podcast. She's just like, that motherfucker.
How dare you?
I'm already thinking it, bro.
It's like, that suck of shit, I swear to God.
It's just funny because I'm on the podcast sounding all like intelligent and analytical, and then we get to the quiz and I'm like 0 for 3 at Wow.
It's like the brain's doing the fax machine noise.
Yes.
And I'm just pulling shit on my ass.
This one is going to mean nothing.
Okay.
But just to see if anyone gets it. It's loading. It was one that I seen after I was getting ready to click off that one. I was like, "Oh, I wonder."
They've never had a pay-per-view called Loading.
I'm surprised I haven't.
Yeah, close. Fully loaded.
Yeah.
Come on, motherfucker.
Which Fully Loaded 2000 is my all-time favorite pay-per-view.
Solid take.
All right. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor.
Great Balls of Fire 2017.
Nope. Like I said, this one means nothing, so I guess the
Payback
winner gets
2018.
bragging rights. And no.
I'm ready for the next.
Is this an NXT takeover?
No.
No, that would not be first.
We've got Drew Gulak versus
Oh, dear.
Tony Nese. And it's like, you motherfucker.
Battleground 2017.
Nope.
Extreme Rules 2017.
Nope.
TLC 2017.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Aleister Black versus Cesaro.
Extreme Rules 2018.
Nope.
When did they ever face?
Apparently, this pay-per-view.
I hate you.
I mean, you asked.
I know, and I know what I got myself into.
I guess W me for choosing good pay-per-views, I guess. Not
You're
necessarily
choosing, like,
good
the-
pay-per-views, but
Yeah, because you're like choosing like the C and D tier.
because I feel like SummerSlams and Royal Rumbles would be and WrestleManias would be kind of given.
Yeah, but throw a girl a bone every once in a while.
We've got a tag team championship match between the Revival and the Usos.
Okay. Payback 2019.
Nope.
Okay.
We have a 2-on-1 handicap match between Bayley and the team of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss.
Okay, I have the year. I feel like I've guessed all the. Okay. I might have already said the pay per view for another year, so.
We've got
Keep reading.
We've got Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh. So it's 2019. Extreme Rules 2019?
That is it.
I said Extreme Rules every other year. Except 2019.
Yeah.
That card was the rest of it was Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. A tag team championship triple threat match between the New Day, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, and Heavy Machinery. The United States Championship between AJ Styles and Ricochet. WWE Championship between Kofi Kingston and Samoa Joe. A no-holds-barred tag team match between Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns and The Undertaker.
Oh, God.
Which, fun fact, that was The Undertaker's last TV match.
Take me outside and shoot me in the head.
See, in 2019, the only PLE I even watched that year was WrestleMania. And then I went to Stomping Grounds, which...
I'm sorry.
Exactly. Because it was into Tacoma Dome, and Tacoma, Washington is 28 minutes on good traffic from where I live. And I went there with my ex-boyfriend and my mom. And It was not. It was not a good showing. There was they had an entire side of the Tacoma Dome tarped off.
I mean, that's what you can expect from a pay-per-view named Stomping Grounds.
True.
But
That
I
was
was
my freshman year of high school.
I made a huge mistake like going to that pay per view because it was not good.
That was my junior year of high school.
But if you guys ever watched Stomping Grounds and saw how awful that was, well, I was actually there, so you can only imagine what I was going through.
Lucky you.
We've got a tag team match, winner take all, with the Universal and the Women's Championship between Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans versus Seth and Becky. But we had one more match. After that one, we had a Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and the Mr. Money in the Bank at the time, Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
Which, why the fuck would you give somebody like Brock Lesnar a Money in the Bank contract?
hey, I got 2 words for you: Vince McMahon.
But anyway, ladies and gents, that will conclude this episode of Squared Circle Sessions. We went through a lot this evening.
Oh boy, when people watch this, the IWC is gonna like love me because they're gonna be like, haha, a woman really doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, those people can kiss me where the good Lord split me. But I appreciate y'all hanging out, listening to us. And be sure to follow, subscribe, wherever you're at. Share this around with your friends, your family, your dog, your neighbors, friends, and family, their dog, their cat. And my friends, do y'all want to leave everybody with something?
Yeah, so I got demolished today. So Braden, good job.
Thank you.
And I wanted to bring something up and for our listeners. And it was something that CM Punk had to post a couple of days ago, and WWE superstars have been dealing with this lately. I want to leave people with this. Just because somebody is a public figure doesn't mean you deserve 24/7 access to them. They are allowed to say when you're allowed to approach them and when you're not. And meeting people at hotels and airports is not a good thing to do, especially if you're trying to meet a superstar. Remember, these people are human beings. And I know a lot of people on the internet will make the excuse, well, that's what you get for being famous. And it's just, I want to say this, just because somebody's famous, that doesn't mean you're entitled to be all up in their business all the time or approach them whenever you feel like. And they have a right to say no, and you just accept it. Because the word no and accepting the word no needs to be more of a thing, especially in today's society. It's okay to say no, and don't keep on pushing and prodding until you get your way. We're human beings at the end of the day. And, you know, a guy like CM Punk has had to post constantly on his Instagram stories, do not touch strangers. Just don't. Remember, respect people's boundaries, respect people's privacy, respect people's personal space, and read the room. When a guy like CM Punk is walking his dog, when he's out with his wife, that's their time. That's his time to just be a man named Phil Brooks. If he's out doing something like an autograph signing or he's at the gate, then you can approach him. But remember, leave him alone when he should be left alone, and read the room a little bit better. And I know we're wrestling fans and sometimes we can't help ourselves. But just remember, we're human beings, and start respecting people as human beings. And remember, CM Punk isn't CM Punk 24/7, just like Rhea Ripley isn't Rhea Ripley 24/7. At the end of the day, he's a man named Phil, and Rhea is a woman named Demi. And they're human beings, and respect their space, and respect the word no. And that's what I'll leave it with.
Hell yeah, Hannah.
Hell yeah. Braden, what about you? You have anything you want to leave behind?
Yeah, I got a hot take.
Let's hear it.
When I eat tacos, I prefer them with soft shell over hard shell.
Same.
And I want you all to think about that after you're done listening to this podcast.
Okay.
And have a good night.
And
I prefer the soft shell.
Same.
Word.
One thing I will leave with everybody, and this is a quote said by one of my favorite metal vocalists of all time, a man named Corey Taylor from Slipknot. Do what you do and mean it every second of the day. If you don't, you're living someone else's life.
Yep.
So if you're going to do something, do it with your heart. Don't do anything because someone else tells you to. Live your life. Be who you want to be. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anything. It doesn't matter what do you do for work, what's between your legs, who you pray to. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all put on this earth for the same purpose and no other. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
And the last thing I'll say, and it's a line from one of my favorite theme songs, find your passion and find something that will always make you say in the morning and in the evening, even through the darkest days, this fire burns always.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to close out with one of my favorite theme song quotes, it'll be this. And I mean this from every ounce of my heart. Biscuits and gravy made me a man.
And good
And
night.
then on that note, good night.
See y'all. And that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode of Squared Circle Sessions. We're officially on the road to Saturday night's main event, and if this week was any indication, things are only going to get crazier from here. As always, if you enjoyed the show, make sure to follow Squared Circle Sessions wherever you listen. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, YouTube. So drop a like, leave a review, and let me know what you thought of this week's episode. As always, I'm Rambo. Thank you for hanging out with us, and I'll catch you next time on Squared Circle Sessions.